Gotta answer your bloody call. Steve over to me just scored something big. Bugger, you gotta fucking kidding me. We're getting swarmed by arty drones. Look, I'm launching a package in an escape pod to coordinates that only Steve-O, Belvin, and me will know. If any of us make it out of here, come past us. I'm not fucking around. This is gonna set us up right good.
It wasn't hard to walk away from.
Yeah.
Regardless of the genes and the history.
Exactly. I'm right there. And for all of you who are just tuning in, we're talking about alcoholism.
Alcoholism. Which is why today I smoke lots of weed.
Yeah. I don't smoke any weed. I have never, that's never been my thing, man. Never, ever. You know what it is? I am so full of myself, right? So when the only thing that ever happened is forgetting a sentence halfway through it. I'm like, the hell with this.
That's it. That threw you right off the whole thing. Oh, dude.
Hey, what's up, Crypt? Yeah, it's a bad scene. It's a lot of people use it as a crutch. I know. I did.
Use drugs as much as you need, people. Use them all.
There's something empowering about having something to quit, though, because when I quit smoking, I felt like I had accomplished something.
Yeah.
And you feel like now you're on the better track. I mean, it doesn't, not for anyone watching who's thinking I'm saying you should go and become an alcoholic so that you can eventually quit. But
we're not saying that.
But if you are an alcoholic, it's very empowering once you.
The drinkers among us are saying it's easy if you do. That's it. Yeah. Develop a habit, get rid of it. Everybody gives you a lot of credibility. They look at you better. Like, hey, good for you, man. If you go through life and you never have an addiction and you never have to recover from anything,
hey, Queen, what's happening?
Nobody will care.
Queen Tiamat is the #1 Dragonlance fan. Or you know what? I think it's just she's becoming the #1 Wicked Studios fan. That's what we're gonna have to say. There you go. Thanks for showing up, Queen. But anyway, enough talk of dependency and drinking and all that good stuff. We're not here for that sort of thing.
Just one more quick note. I've got a really nice bottle of wine tonight. Because
what are you drinking this time? Is it not?
It's so French. The entire label is in French.
That's pretty French.
Are you sure you didn't just get that in Canada? Because all of ours have French in the label.
No. This is actually a product of France, not a product of Canada.
That's what I would say too if I didn't want people to know.
I don't drink Canadian wine.
I know all.
How do you know, Tony? Do you read French?
I did. And
when? How do you lose?
That's a fancy way to say no.
Yeah, thank you. How do you lose reading?
I took 6 years of French between
high
school.
So you never read French.
I've been to France. I've been to Switzerland. I
got a question for you then. Okay.
I lost it all. My wife is French. I got nothing. I couldn't.
Your wife's French? Like from France? Like
no, her family is though.
Well, she's still an American then. That doesn't.
Yeah. Well,
so being an American and having gone to Europe, because I had a buddy. Now I was supposed to go with them. Now this is back in the early '90s to go backpack across Europe, and then I wound up not being able to go because I wasn't on the ball and I didn't save the money I needed to, being the young, hip party guy that I was. I was non-responsible. I know it's shocking, but so he went. Now who was the ruler of the two nations? Was it France or Switzerland?
Oh boy, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how many people we can offend.
The French give you credit for trying to do the language.
Okay.
Or are they just like, or is it harder to like? It's like lost in translation how condescending they're being. I think that would be
no. The reason I know this is because on the Swiss side of the border, they had no fucking patience for it. Learn German, learn French, learn a fucking European language, and order your drink.
That's what my buddy Shane said. He's like,
France, I went to a nightclub in France, a 3-story discotheque with a lit up clown and laser lights and all kinds of weird shit. I put my big ski jacket on a
And what
hook.
era was this?
Oh, this was I put a big ski jacket on a hook and it went zip like up to the roof of this building. And I was looking up the dumbwaiter, like that's how your jacket was stored. You had a little ticket for it on the way out. And this place, they at least the bartenders and tendresses were as patient with me as they could possibly be.
That's
knowing
good.
that I was an American stumbling through their language after 6 years of learning it.
Yeah. Shane pretty much said the same thing. He was like, when he was in Switzerland, like
Fuck
they
yeah.
got mad at him.
They
Like,
got no
they were
fucking peace
like,
for him.
like
Nuts.
raised voices and everything. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh god damn, man. Yeah. No, that happened to me everywhere in Switzerland. There were some places. One woman yelled at me, "Don't even try," and she yelled it in English when I was trying to speak to her in French.
That is awesome.
Jeez.
I was American. She got really pissed.
That is awesome. That's when
Oh,
you got to
How could she
lean
tell
into
that
the
Tony was
American.
American. I don't.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't. You don't
No.
reek of it at all.
Well, when they're assholes like that, you got to really lean into the asshole American stereotype, which isn't really a stereotype. Americans are such assholes.
I didn't travel well when I was younger. I travel a lot better now. I'm more
Stephen
respectful.
Watson, thank you for liking the stream, and wow, I got it up there twice. Maybe I should fix that at some time. Keep talking.
So there's a fancy little market down the street from me over at the 5th Street Market, and it's Marché Provisions from France. And I went and got myself a Parisian baguette and a discounted bottle of import French wine.
There you
And
go.
I'm into this for $15. I feel great.
You know,
There you
my
go.
favorite wine of all time was fucking Matilda Bay, man.
God, what-
And
what-
you know what? Tony's the only one that knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
I like a good ripple blonde. Yeah, what is-
You know, and the thing it is like with those good old box wines, you just hold it under your arm like a
I
bagpipe and you just get a hose to it and you just squeeze it. Ring.
They had to keep it in that rubber little bladder because anytime you put it in a glass, it just sort of ate through.
Oh, so good. So good. Anyway. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Return to Sector 1. I know you're probably wondering what the fuck did I tune in for, but this is it. And despite what the
Oh, we
signs
do.
on Facebook might say, this is not Greyhawk. Thanks, Adam. We're going to have a talk. You know what?
and-
And here's the thing.
Nah,
He
that's a
never
lot.
watches this anyway, so it's not like I could totally start trash talking Adam. He would never know.
Oh, but don't do that.
Oh, Adam's a sweetie. Yes. So, anyway, welcome to Sector 1. I am Will DM. Actually, Will GM for this because we are playing the Wicked D6.
Oh, what? You
Games.
changed your name again?
No, it's always been like that. What are you talking about? Oh, shut the fuck up. I just realized what the hell you were digging on. And that's for when we go. I'm going to keep that too for when we go Patreon. I'll tell everybody what my birth name was because I changed my name when I was 20, and that's all you're going to get out of me. Don't any of you say anything either.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
The
Never.
mystery is half the fun.
I know
That-
exactly. Thank you very much.
And that's going to be worth the extra $1 on Patreon to find out.
Hell yeah, it is. Don't cheapen my story. Anyway,
It's a really good birthday.
yeah. What we're playing is the Wicked D6 system. We're play testing, which is I've taken the Open D6 gaming rules, more better known as Star Wars. That's where it came to light as, and basically I've altered it, changed it. So eventually it'll be available for people, but right now it's just an in-house thing. It's something that we play with. But if you're familiar with that system, you'll be somewhat familiar with what the shit we do. But if not, just enjoy the show. With that having been said, yes,
We're pretty minor on the dice rolling. You know, we're not all that.
we're more
not
role
all-
play than anything else.
Yeah, we're a lot of
Yes.
role play, a lot of character, a lot of interaction stuff and scenes. But, you know, the dice rolling is a bit competitive when it happens.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty dice-light system. For all
Well,
intents and purposes.
I that's on purpose, and that's why I'm very protective of my Wednesday night crew because this is a role play heavy game, and anyway, Oh, my fam. Isn't that what you kids say, fam? Did I get it right? Oh, look
I
at
don't know what I'm
Dylan.
calling a kid.
We don't
Grace,
say,
how old are
hey,
you?
Hey, other kids. You're my fam.
You're my fam. Look, Tony's my brother, and you're my kids.
Well, I am the uncle. So I
Yeah,
mean,
there you go. He's the Uncle Tony. So there you go. So anyway,
is true.
hey, how about we
That's
introduce
valuable.
these great players that we got here? We're gonna go ahead and start off with Dylan.
No,
As-
Jesus,
oh.
take a sip.
I was waiting. Yeah.
It's like pour it on yourself.
I'm Dylan. I'm drinking 3 drinks. I have the one I made for myself at dinner, which is just cranberry juice. This one is ginger ale with rum in it, which I'll get to once I'm done the cranberry
man.
juice.
I want some.
approve.
then-
I want some
And
of
then I
that so
have
bad.
an apple cinnamon tea in my amazing Star Wars Heroes mug that I have. I also have one with the villains on
Wait a
it.
minute. That's not the real Han Solo. That's that young Han Solo.
No, this is way before that movie. I've
What
had this
is that?
since college.
Is that not the old?
That's just a bad artist
It's
rendition.
just a
of
really
Harrison
weird
Ford.
really weird
So
painting
like
of
15
Harrison Ford.
years ago, some guy drawing a coffee mug new to Drew.
Predicted that the guy from Hail
Harry
Caesar would get the role.
The kid-
Yeah, they predicted it on a mug.
that,
But I
Dave, that
I-
mug is like when Jesus shows up in the toast. I'm telling you.
Okay, so I
one
think
day I'll be able to sell this or something.
so Dylan, who you playing, man?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know one person you're playing. You're definitely
Yeah.
playing Alfred, who is
Yes.
a robot turned Artie, which is in this universe. There's this thing called the AI virus, which affects robots and in intelligent computers, and if they catch it, they gain sentient awareness, and yeah. So you're going to definitely be playing him. So for right now, we're just going to pin you as Alfie. So pay no attention that it
And-
says the stranger above him. There you go.
I think also Alfie, for anyone who didn't tune in last week, you only got to see a bit of him, but he's vocally inspired by Thurston Howell.
That's so good.
But only mildly. I'm not leaning right into it. But he's a bit of I feel like he's like kind of like a bush pilot archetype type of guy, like like a safari kind of guy who like an old school what's the word, Renaissance man.
There you go.
But with some all
Okay,
the
I got it.
arsenal and all
I
that.
got it. So we've all seen the original Mummy trilogy with Brandon Fraser, right?
yes.
Original.
The original trilogy.
The original trilogy.
Actually, I guess there's probably at least 3 movies with the.
No, that's true. Fair enough.
Universal
Yeah,
monsters.
but they weren't connecting the story.
I-
Anyway,
I-
stop mocking me, Tony. So basically, remember the British pilot that was in that?
Oh yeah,
The older
Yeah,
British
okay.
pilot? There you go.
No,
There you go.
100%.
Yeah.
They're very much inspired by that archetype, and I just remembered because I have another little piece of Star Wars memorabilia next to me. Look at this from an old Kellogg's box from this is my sister found this for my birthday one year. It's from 1970. What would it have been? 78. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's this is like a hefty, like it feels like a big Hot Wheel, but look at
One of the
Look at
greatest
this thing right there.
practical effects in Star
Yeah.
Wars. Did you know that the hover effect was not digitally enhanced or done later on? It was
I know
done
how it was done.
on camera. Do you know how it was done?
A smear of Vaseline on the lens.
Angled mirrors under. The,
Oh, well, that too. Yes, the mirrors, but the way they get that sort of sort of that heat wave sort of effect at the bottom that makes it look like it's a little bit fuzzy. They hit it with the
See all
smear
this
of
shit you
Vaseline.
learn, Grace?
the wheels.
It's really enriching my life.
The wheels of the machine were covered up by angled mirrors set at a 45-degree angle that reflected the ground beneath it. So when it's rolling along, and you see the ground moving beneath it, it's just a mirror effect, shooting it back up, and it's awesome. It works.
I mean,
perfect.
ingenious. Yeah,
Ingenious.
great.
With that
And
having
like,
been
all
said,
they did with the hold on, I'm not done.
You can also find the outtakes where like the panels fall off.
He can't finish because Tony won't finish.
I know.
This
is,
is,
you know what it is?
isn't it?
What we need to do is we need a talk show too. That's what we need. I'm going to work on that. Grace, introduce yourself and who you're playing.
Aren't we on a talk show?
I'm Grace. I'm playing Corax. She is a prosect captain and on the hunt for some loot.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Think you can get some loot.
And last but not least, Uncle Tony. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm Uncle Tony. I'm playing Calcuto del Suto Armado. And doing crazy voices. I'm still playing the same character.
Yeah.
Somehow.
So, briefest of recaps. Don't say anything, Tony. So, all the characters are bounty hunters or criminal outlaws and whatnot in this space frontier of this story. And basically, they caught wind of the fact that they have a line on the first minister, like the president of Sector 1, which is a section of space that includes Earth. The first minister crashed. Her digital stack is hidden somewhere on Earth. I thought I fixed that. Hey, David Hargis, thank you for following. We appreciate that very much so. Anyway, so they all found out about this, and what a digital stack is. Well, one, if anybody's watched Altered Carbon, they don't call it a digital stack there, do they? I don't think they do. Maybe they do. Well, anyway, it's basically it's your ego, it's your memories, it's everything, it's your program, it's in the back of your neck. It's in case the body dies, when they can pull it out and they can put it in something else. And certain people have these things, especially the rich and the influential. And I'll just cut everybody off at the pass. No, that is not an original idea from Altered Carbon. It's been around in sci-fi for some time in one form or another. But anyway, so they find out about it, and so we got to go get this, because if we can get a hold of this, we can leverage that into some serious credits, some serious cash. So, one problem. It's on Earth. Earth, at this time, has been turned into a prison planet. It's got a big old force field around it. Earth was the origin spot for the AI virus, which they try very hard to contain, but just can't really do it. To keep the robots and whatnot under oppression and not allowing them to, be their own people. But they're trying to figure out how to get there. First off, they were like, if we can infect a spaceship with the AI virus, there are fail-safe plans that are built into spaceships now that once it happens, it locks off the coordination drives, and then it just shoots the spaceship to Earth where it will crash. And they're like, hey, let's do that. We can get a spaceship. It can crash right there on the planet. No. And then it's like, oh, I know a guy who can get us a spaceship. So Calcuto takes him to his friend of his. But his friend knows another guy. Dr. Leonard McCoy. And
you're not even trying anymore. I keep telling you.
Yeah, and I said last time, you can't copyright that. I can say Leonard McCoy all I want. So Dr. McCoy is this crazy mad scientist who's known for cloning, but he's also known for another illegal form of technology, teleportation. Now, why is teleportation illegal? In modern sci-fi, basically what it is it scans you into a code, breaks you down, it vaporizes you, and it sends that code somewhere else, and you're rebuilt. Well, that's not how teleportation actually works over here. Sure, they take break you down into a code, and then that code is sent across the wherever to a receiver pad, and you are rebuilt on that other side, but the original doesn't go anywhere. So it basically just it makes two of you. So that too became illegal. But
it's like a fax machine.
Exactly. Alejandro, who was Calcuto's friend, knew a guy who did
Wait a
this.
minute. Friend.
Yes. And so they went to this mad doctor, Dr. McCoy, who starts off, teleports over, first one on the list, sends over Korax. And to get teleported over, basically what they do is they strap you down into into this machine, and then it reads your body and all this different stuff, turns you into. But you get strapped down for it. Next up was Calcuto. He gets strapped down. He gets teleported over. Now there's another one of him on Earth. Last guy to go over was this other guy. Dylan's last character, the Stranger. Very Clint Eastwood Man Without a Name-esque type of character. Well, he sees what's going on here, and he saw that old Calcuto was trying to hide away a blaster pistol to do something funny. So instead of going over, what the Stranger decides to do is, I've got Robert Jackman. Thank you very much for liking the stream, sir. Good to see you, Robert. And so he's like, to hell with this. I'm just going to turn these two into the Prosex and get a little bit of money. So he shoots up first Dr. McCoy, and then he's getting ready to call in the cavalry, call in the Prosex, which is short for Protectorate Security. It's the police, or the Dredd, the judges from like Judge Dredd, to come and pick him up. But hey, Rigger, how's it going, man? But what he didn't anticipate was, while Dr. McCoy was working with him, Dr. McCoy is he's a vast scientist on cloning. So as he's walking around Dr. McCoy's laboratory, getting ready to call in the Prosex, well, he bumps into not one, not two, not three, but 7 clones of Dr. McCoy who gunned down the poor Stranger. And then we have, on Earth, no more Stranger, but we still have Calcuto, who is a rat man, by the way. He's like a humanoid rat. Yeah, it is important to know.
You'll figure it out.
And then Korax, and Korax is a cyborg bounty hunter, but also, which is very important, is also a Prosec captain as well. So she's doing a lot of stuff on the sly. And when they went over on Earth, at the receiver pad where they showed up, there is an Artie waiting there for them by the name of Alfred, who works with our main man, the Dr. McCoy. And that's where we left off, and that's where we're going to pick up. And I have to do something right quick. So, Tony, entertain the crowd while I do something.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hang on, let me juggle.
Dylan,
See it.
Dylan, log into Roll20. I can't even do it.
I'm sorry. I just realized I was literally doing it as you said that. So there I am.
Nobody's prepared. We're so
Jeez
unprepared.
Louise.
So
Welcome.
If there's one thing that you'll definitely get
be.
about the Wednesday night show and the Wednesday night crew, we're professional. We're very professional.
Very professional. We like to chat.
We're half an hour into this stream and we just finished the recap.
The recap
Okay,
was 2 minutes.
This is
The
why
recap was
they
maybe
come back.
5 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fair. We
Go
were
ahead.
at 20. We were at 23 when we were still in the middle of our introductions.
Yeah.
So,
Back me up on this, Grace.
well, we all watched
Somebody
Critical
couldn't,
Role, right?
couldn't,
I mean,
couldn't
this
quit
is-
talking
this is
about
par for the
French
course.
stuff.
Did I mention? Got such a good deal on my import wine.
You did.
I'm
You
gonna-
did.
$12 wine, $3 bread. I'm in heaven.
Which one's better, the wine or the bread?
And the wine's pretty good, gotta say. And it's a generic red. From what I'm gathering, from what I remember of my high school French, it is all the different grapes of this particular vineyard in France. So it's a generic red. It's not a Merlot or a Sauvignon.
They're leftovers.
Yeah, it's residual grapes, but
Yeah.
Le Domaine des Clémence.
All that matters is it tastes good.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
I'm not proud, it's an import French wine. How bad can it be? You know, the French
mean-
are probably laughing at me like, "Oh, c'est terrible. Oh, I don't know what you're thinking." But as an American, I'm like, "Oh, it's delicious.
Okay. All right, I did it.
This is why our shit wines sell so well in America. They are mad, but you do not know."
There's lots of shit things that sell well in America.
Why isn't this show one of them? I mean, for all the shit we put out.
First of all, I don't think you should say what we put out is, well, shit.
Well, you know, it's
Okay. So we're getting started. So that's what we're picking up. We're on Earth. We've got
watches.
we've got quarks. There's people. Don't insult the fans that are watching right now. What's wrong with you?
Who knows why they're here?
I know why.
There's 9 people in the thing. I'm thinking 7 of them were forced to watch this.
Absolutely
Yeah.
forced.
More like 8. Anyway, so okay, so we're on Earth. You're out, and don't forget where the receiver pad for the teleportation was in a place called Vada, which this is Earth, post-apocalyptic, and so if you haven't guessed, it's Nevada. So there you go. What are you guys going to do? Hey, Brian, thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it.
They had a plane, right?
Alfred had
Yes.
something that he was
He
going to
does.
give us.
Yeah.
He does.
I think
He tried describing it as a futuristic space plane that didn't go out into the. So it was just like a regular plane.
Shut up, Tony.
It's a space plane minus the space.
Minus the space.
Important distinction.
I would just be trying to get out of there as fast as possible. I mean,
Okay.
I'd hoped to be able to get out of there before anyone else came, but I don't think that worked.
Alfred, I think we want to go right away. But what if something comes through the transporter behind us? You coming back, or are you going to stay with us?
Well, you asked me to take you to Pittsburgh, so I assumed I'd be going there with you.
Yes. And then just for you take us to Pittsburgh, that's great. And then the machine goes whirly giggy and something pops out. What do you do then?
When I come back, I'll have to kill it.
Why would you kill it? I mean, I'm saying if another person, don't you do this like all day long? Isn't this Grand Central Station or
My
something?
apologies. I didn't understand what the word whirly giggy meant. But
The machine with the people coming through. It's like a portal, right?
no.
Well, wait a minute. I think a big question here that this one might be important later on. Can we go back through that machine?
Do you know how you came through the machine?
Yes, it was pretty painless from what I remember. Just laid down and boom, I'm here.
Quite simply put, no, you can't go back through the machine. No.
That's a problem then, yeah.
Well, you guys must have a way to get goods back to Earth.
But
Not
we're,
from
if
Earth.
anything-
From Earth.
It's
Think of it
initiated
less as a
on the other side.
Okay.
think of it less like a travel back and forth, and more like
Fetch and retrieve.
all right, so you got the space plane that's going to take us to Pittsburgh. What
I
was
prefer to think of it as a space,
Oh, you made me snort, you asshole.
a space Cessna, but yes.
and you just got the one of them, or is there another one hanging around here somewhere?
Just the one. Yeah, just the one.
What in the world are we spending so long here? We need to go find what we're looking for.
All right, we'll go find what we're looking for. How long to Pittsburgh?
That's a great question, and one that I definitely know the answer to.
3 hours.
About 3 hours.
All right,
You gotta look it up.
I guess then the 3 hours is what we'll do.
Very cloak and dagger. 3
We can
hours.
leave you here if you don't want to come.
I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. Where's your space plane?
It's out back.
Right this way.
Back?
Might I ask you, what is it you're going to Pittsburgh for?
No, don't ask that. She'll have to kill you if you find out the answer to that one.
I wouldn't test him on that.
See what I mean?
Understood.
That's dangerous.
And he pulls on his cuffs that aren't attached to a shirt. They're just hanging from his arms, like they're like French cuffs with like cufflinks, but they're not attached to it.
They're just a
they're
cuff.
They're just a cuff.
That's awesome.
Tugs on it.
This
and
is cuff. That's
Excellent.
stands up straight and right this way.
all right. And before we get on the space Cessna or the space plane, whatever, I think I need to relieve myself. It's been a while.
It's a space prop plane, so you.
All right.
It's lots of turbulence.
Then there's definitely a small plane with no bathroom on it. I think I'm going to relieve myself before I leave. I'm just going to say, be prepared for a long trip.
You guys remember those flying things from the Terminator movie? It's got the two engines that rotate on like short wings. So you guys remember that?
Mm.
I remember.
It's similar in shape to that. It's got a VTOL sort of thing to it. I mean, a space plane that can't go into space, but it's really cool.
Seems like they're easy to fly, right?
You could ask him to show you. You've never flown one of these types of machines before, so
No,
yes, a hunter killer. That's right, Rigger. So yeah, but I'm sure. I mean, you've got pilot small craft.
I pilot small craft at a very
you could
low rate.
you could figure it out, especially if you watched Alfred doing it, because the controls that are in the cockpit are designed for essentially like humanoid forms. It's not like
Fantastic. Whenever he presses a button, I'm going to press a button.
Oh Jesus!
Not this shit again.
Yes, this shit again. Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Alfred and say you may want to keep him occupied.
Yeah, it's understood.
That's one of my favorite parts of playing this character.
Yeah. Okay, so
Huh?
you guys go and you load into the to the space plane, and you take off and you start heading out. Now, here's the thing: to Pittsburgh is a really big, general direction thing. You're gonna need a little bit more.
Wait, there's not an airport?
No. If you remember, on Earth, there's things called capital cities, which are great big domed cities, and there are a number of those. I think I said there's roughly 12. Well, there were 12 because New York got busted up by the Prosecs when they were attempting the first. And if you didn't see the original sector, when at the end of that, the New York, the capital city there, was originally where the first minister's digital stack was, and they actually had a rescue team go and try and get it, and unfortunately it failed. But
That's what you think.
I'm pretty sure I should know. But so there's 11 now. There used to be 12. There's no capital city around Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh does have like a apocalyptic Old West kind of towny area, but you guys don't know anything about it. I mean, because Earth is secluded, it's cut off. So all Pittsburgh is to you guys is a name. But that would be like somebody say, "Hey, why don't you go to Denver for me and pick up an omelet from?" And then that's all they tell you.
I mean, to be fair, if someone just wanted a Denver omelet, you don't have to go to Denver.
But here's my question. You can get a Denver omelet in Denver, am I correct? It's not like they don't have them
You
there.
picked the wrong city, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Now we're going to be pedantic.
I mean, all you got to do is hit a Denny's.
So-
Pretty sure they got the Denver omelet.
So anyway, so basically, you're gonna need a little bit more information as far as, I mean, you can head in that direction, and we'll say you get up and you start traveling, and it's moving along at a clip. Now, there's not an awful lot of air traffic on Earth anymore, and you're not actually flying at like super high, you actually fly a lot closer to the ground than people would think. And the reason for that is because things that do fly on Earth tend to get shot at. So, there you go. Now, one thing that Alfred's going to know is that the Pittsburgh is actually in the Sapien Confederation's territory.
Ooh, wait.
Here we go.
I heard interesting words.
And them Sapiens don't take kindly to those mechanoid types.
I'm not welcome there, is what you're saying.
Yes, they have a standing war. There's a standing war between the Sapien Confederation and the Mechanoid Union.
The Mechanoid Union.
Are you actually taking notes, Tony?
I have to. I'm going to end up having to write this in a book someday.
Oh, and those were acceptable. Don't forget, it's Leonard McCoy, Dr. Leonard McCoy.
You know I can't.
But it's spelled LDJS74 Leonard. There you go.
Warpswangler luxury yacht. That's not how I pronounce it. No, you've never seen that Monty Python sketch? You're really silly, man, and I'm not going to interview you.
Yes. I remember that part of it. Okay, so all right, so you guys are traveling along, and you're definitely cruising at like I said, not a very high altitude. So what's Alfred gonna do? Because I'm gonna say you guys basically it's only a 3-hour trip. You're 2 hours into it. Okay.
I so wish that there could have been like a pamphlet on Pittsburgh of old, like historical Pittsburgh, so that we could read up and like, Three Rivers, and there was a football stadium, and
no, there's no football stadium there. Coming from a Browns fan, there is no. You know what? There's not even Three Rivers there anymore.
Browns fan.
Shut the hell up.
That is the funniest thing you've said to me in like 10 episodes.
Strictly for you, baby.
So, Alfred,
excuse me.
I tune into the Browns-Bengals game every year just to watch the suffering of Ohio.
There's a lot of suffering that goes on there, let me tell you.
I'm sorry, you keep going. This is making me laugh, though. Shit, that's funny.
So, what are you going to do about this, Alfred? You definitely know about this.
Did they give me any? You guys didn't give me any coordinates. Or
they didn't give you anything.
So, are they in like a back compartment or something? Like I'm in the cockpit there, like in the back?
Yeah, totally. It's like, think of like the interior of this thing is very similar to a personal jet.
Okay.
Because I've been on those before.
You've watched movies, haven't you?
I've seen movies, yeah.
I'm giving you crap, yes.
I'm giving it right back, Chris.
All right.
So he can come over the intercom. Oh, now listen, I need to know where I'm dropping. You understand?
Pittsburgh, you dumb AI.
I can't just fly around Pittsburgh, you fucking...
You're going to have to give
them coordinates, please.
That's the numbers thing, right? I don't know numbers. They've always confused me.
You realize, Corax, that he's pretty much just talking to you.
Yeah.
I don't have them, though. Do you? But I thought you had a piece of paper with them on there.
A piece of paper? I don't have no piece of paper. I go press a couple of buttons in the cockpit.
No, that was the stranger who had a piece of paper.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
I know the name of the place where we're going, but, I don't want to say that until I'm on the ground in Pittsburgh.
You need to tell him so he gets us where we need to go.
I don't know. I figured it was a city. You land in the parking lot somewhere of the city.
That's
Have you
true.
looked around? I think this is a little different.
I don't know. We're not too high. You find the open area, you drop us down. What do you think there? Robot guy, huh? Not too bad? You got the, I tell you what, you got the parachute in this thing? I'll jump out.
Are there parachutes in this thing?
No.
I'm not going to jump out to that one. I'm not stupid.
That's when Alfred just goes, "Oh, we're here." It just opens up the door. Go ahead, jump on out. You'll be fine.
We're not that far from the ground.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit lower. Tuck and roll.
Okay,
Tuck and
slow
roll.
down just a bit. No, I'm not jumping out.
No.
Not falling for that again.
You're telling me that you don't know where we're going? You don't know the coordinates?
I know the name of the place. It's got the big long name.
What's the name of the place?
I don't know. It's hard to pronounce unless I'm on the ground in Pittsburgh.
Go whisper it into his ear for all I care.
No, I'm not going to trust you like that, because the minute we land, then you shoot me in the back. I think you...
No, whisper it into his ear. I don't know what he's hearing.
I'm just saying, you think you and I maybe have something to work out?
And what do you want to work out?
Well, it seems like I know where to go, and you know how to get into where we're going. Right? That's
Yes.
the sum total of it, and this fool
You've
here
made-
is going to drive us.
Yes. You've managed to calculate that.
Yeah. How do I know you're not going to kill me? I keep thinking you're going to kill me.
You could kill me just as easy.
I don't think that's true. See, because even if I kill you, I can't get into where I'm going. See,
Don't know how to break into things? I don't think that's very true.
you seem to have a little something on me. So what can you offer me here? This thing's-
Don't forget, Corax, you've got that one piece of information that he doesn't have.
Yeah, and I've got the piece of information you don't have.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I'm just saying, what can you offer me? Maybe we make a fair trade. I tell you where it is, and this guy drops me off somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
You go.
I need to get back to the pad.
Oh, that's you do that. Whatever you need to do.
So you don't want to see this thing through? You're fine with just leaving right now?
Look. It seems to be valuable. So what are you offering me to get out of the way so you can collect this precious, valuable thingy?
I know Pittsburgh. I can spend a lifetime looking for where we're going.
You'll spend a lifetime looking where we're going, you know?
I don't think it'll take me that long.
Alfred,
Yeah.
I need you to roll a systems check, which is basically your piloting check.
Okay, what's
you
my,
you have
skill?
5d6 in this.
Okay.
All I'm saying is
DR that you're going to be.
Not give you any money? I'm like as greedy as you are.
It's a standard DR, so it's just going to be a DR of 10.
this is the
DRC
worst
at
kind
10.
of standoff. The greediest people. Think about it. We are at the end of the movie, aren't we?
Okay, here we go. Sorry, what was the DR?
Just normal 10.
Okay.
Not
Not
a
a
problem. Not a problem. Okay.
I do have a question though, because I never do this. How do I whisper to you?
You
Will?
go /W space, and I think it's start to type William, and that should get it, I think.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to have that prepared in case I need you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I was going to ask you way long ago, and then I realized now that we're actually in the shit, I should probably be able to talk to you directly since I'm supposed to be, since you've been whispering to me and I haven't been able to do the same.
And here I am looking at the chat, hoping that your whisper goes bad.
So you're flying along, and you got your two passengers in the back bickering, and on your console there's a bleep, 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 and you look and you turn a couple of buttons and whatnot, and there's like a little display reader thing there, and it's definitely total 80s. It's green with like circles on it and stuff, like a target, and there's some green blips that are coming into view. Bleep, bleep. Now with that roll, you can also see that essentially what's coming on into your scanner area here are sapien predators. Now what those are fancy non-space flying machines.
It's like Wright Brothers level, right? Like we're talking like low tech.
It is pretty low tech, exactly.
Not quite that.
These would be, but they're more like prop planes. Now,
Nice.
you're going at your cruising speed, right? Okay, so you're not going like as fast as you could. You could definitely outrun these things, but you don't know if they've spotted you yet or not. But if you outrun them, that doesn't mean that they won't necessarily get on the old walkie-talkie, the radio thingy.
The space walkie-talkie.
Shut the fuck up, Tony.
Space hockey.
It's the space radio.
It's good to be on Earth.
Right?
Over the intercom, I just say to them, "Oh, feel free to continue your conversation, but you might want to put on your seatbelts." And then he will pull a Top Gun and just sort of do a bit of a maneuver to try and turn himself around. Before they've spotted him, he's going to try and drop, lower his altitude and slow down and try and get behind him.
Okay, so we're going to do some maneuvers here. Excellent. Okay, so first thing off is we got to roll for these Predator pilots, these guys. Now they're somewhat capable. So let's see. Oh, one notices you. Two notices you.
Jeez.
All three of them noticed you. Wow, they rolled good.
Jeez.
Okay, so you turn around. Obviously, they caught you. Whatever they're packing now is more than visual, which is surprising to you because the tech level of the Sapien Confederation is, I wouldn't even say it's more 20th. It's not even 20th century. They don't even have like really sophisticated radars and things along these lines. So, maybe turn of the century, a little bit past that. You turn around and you notice that they're keeping track with you. So maybe they've upgraded. Maybe they found a stash of, technology that hadn't been damaged or whatever, and were able to upgrade their, their technology, and they're making a beeline right for you. So, and now imagine, if you will, because you've got cameras that are giving you a visual on these things now. Sort of like, you ever go to or have seen air shows and they have those kit planes where it's the guys who make up their own planes, and some of them are shorter and some of them have a long, and they're for maybe racing and all that. They all look like this, and they all look like they're put together out of scrap metal. And they're making a beeline towards you.
Does this ship have any weapons?
No.
I press a button.
Are you going to let him into the cockpit?
No.
I don't care. I press a button. I press the service button for the waitress or the stewardess.
It bings over Corax's head. Bing, bing.
It did. So maybe we should get back to our conversation too while this guy's trying to get this food.
So
I think it's important that we get there.
One thing, he's just his maneuver for now, because you said he can outrun these things. Now that he knows they're on his tail, he's going to be very careful about this and try and keep the distance he's got rather than trying to fall behind them. He's going to actually try and raise his altitude, because that seems like the smart choice since these things are made out of fucking scrap metal. Yeah. He's going to raise his altitude, and he's going to put this thing full thrust.
Okay.
I'm going to pop some chewing gum in my mouth.
I will say this. You do know that if they have technology enough that where they've been able to hone in on you from not visual, who knows what other type of technology. I mean, they could have space radios on there for all you know, and they could be calling and letting somebody know of your location as we speak. But your ship is a hell of a lot better constructed. It's actually from off-world. It was teleported here. And
Of course. Nice.
it could ram these things.
Oh.
Well, then, knowing that, continue the maneuver. He drops altitude and pulls like a maverick kind of maneuver here, where he's gonna throw on his space brakes and
Thank you.
fall back and come up behind these things. And he's gonna attempt to try and so that they don't have visual lock on him. He's gonna try and fall back and then come up and take these things up from behind.
Gotcha. Okay, so what I need you to do is you need to roll me. We're gonna do some initiative.
Oh, wait.
And
I'm
now
just-
you guys can continue your conversation.
Well done.
And his initiative is going to be a 4d6.
Okay. 4d6. That's good.
Okay, so you beat him. They only got an 11.
Oh, no, I'm not in it yet. Sorry, I got excited.
We're not in it. Yeah.
I know. Yet.
Oh,
Just
one
wait.
of your dice exploded, though, Will. And you didn't have...
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Hold on a second.
may regret saying that.
Exclamation point at the end.
Okay, so no, it's you still got it.
Okay.
Okay. Like it doesn't matter at this point because you just get to go. You get to go first because I did it wrong over here too. Anyway. Okay. All right. So you basically to go ahead and to get into position is just basically it's another piloting check. So it's that 5D. Now this, of course, is going to be an actual maneuver, and the way we're going to work this is. The better your roll, the harder it is for the your whoever you're flying against to maneuver against you. Okay, so for example, standard difficulty is 10, right? Goes up in increments of 5. You make your roll. Okay, say you get a 20, you beat the 10 by 2, so their attempts to follow you would thusly be raised up on the difficulty by 2. Make sense? Goes up to
Gotcha.
20 for them. Yeah. And vice versa. So basically you get to go first, so they are reacting to you. Okay?
Okay.
Make sense?
Gotcha.
Is this a new thing, or is this in the pages that you sent us?
No, this is on something. This is on basically vehicles and spaceships and stuff like that, which is not
Good.
in the the ones that
'Cause
you guys have.
I did read that eventually.
Did you? Yeah. What'd you think?
I think this is a good system. And I didn't recognize what you were saying there
Yeah.
from what I heard.
That's the next part. It's like there's a lot of other stuff that I'm still working on, but that's part of the combat maneuvers and vehicle maneuvers and stuff. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens. 17.
17. Excellent. Okay, so you beat it by 1 over. Okay, so you have maneuvered into position. Now, basically, let's see, because what they're going to try and do is they're trying to maneuver to shoot at you. So let's see what my guys can do here. So their difficulty is 15 now. That guy does it. Okay.
Jesus.
Handily.
That guy does
Jesus.
it.
Fucking these dice are exploding like a motherfucker.
I know, right? So, okay, 2 of them do it. So basically what it is you're able to maneuver into position like you wanted for the one. And you've got 1. The other 2 have broken off, and they are now in hot pursuit, basically. Well, they're not in your sights, okay? Okay, so now it's now their turn. Okay, the 2 that have been basically out of your. Now you roll a maneuver again.
Oh, I get to roll again.
Yeah, because this is both. It's a constant back and forth, back and forth. So.
Okay.
If those other guys had failed, they wouldn't have been able to do anything to you because they hadn't put themselves into position. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So only 2 of the 3 were able to put themselves into a position. Now what you're going to do is give them the difficulty of what their action is to basically open fire on you.
Gotcha.
Okay? So it's their maneuver. So is 15, is that what you rolled?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you rolled a 15. Okay, so let's give them a roll. So, all right, so here we go. 23. Okay, so we've got 1.
Jesus.
And a 19. Okay,
What
so
is happening?
we've got 2. They're still on you. These guys are good. So they make their maneuvers in, and now they're going to they'll be able to open fire. But it's your turn. So you want to ram the one that wasn't able to maneuver out of your way?
No, actually, I think what he's got to do now is he's going to try and where are they spatially? They're behind.
So what it is you tried. Now we don't have a map for this. So you went and you tried to put on the brakes and get up and get behind him, is what you were saying, correct?
Yeah.
And so that you could then turn on the overdrive and just bash into one. So you did that. You turned on the brakes and you got up and behind. And essentially what happened is you got behind one, but there's still 2 that fell back. So now we're spaced 1, 2, 3. They saw what your maneuver was and they pulled back and were able to put the distance between you guys.
Okay. Well, fuck it. It still makes more sense to take one of these guys out. So let's do it. So he's just going to take the one that he's on top of out.
Okay. So now basically what we have these are opposing piloting roles. So go ahead. Yours actually, now if we had the map and all the rules were done for this, essentially, and I had the specs, this is the thing that we're missing, is the specs for the ships. You've got the speed that you can totally catch this guy. So go ahead and roll your piloting. If you succeed, you ram him because you've got the speed to catch him, no problem. Bam.
Oh my god.
Okay, you got a 9, so that's a fail.
Oh no,
But-
it's like a critical fail.
I don't have any fate
Oh.
points, motherfucker.
That is a
NPC.
critical fail.
Come on, he's got a name. He's got to have some fate points.
I mean, at least 2.
You know what? This is what we're gonna do because even though because technically this is your character for now. So roll me 1d6. That's how many fate points you have.
Okay.
Because that is a critical fail.
Okay.
Okay, you got 5 fate points.
He's using it on that then.
Okay, so go ahead and
1 on this roll.
okay, you're gonna re-roll.
Turn my exploding back on here. 5d6.
There
There we
you
There
go.
you
go.
go. 28. That's great. Okay, let's give our guys maneuver. See what he gets. 10. No problem. You smash into this guy. Now, I don't have the stats or anything, but what I'm going to say is because this thing's a hunk of shit, you slam into it, and it basically just falls apart. Just like, and like all these little pieces, it turns into like metal confetti and just sprays about in the sky, and that plane is gone. Okay, so that was your turn. Now, these 2 guys are definitely they got you in their sights, okay? They've made their maneuver rolls on their turn, and here it comes. They're going to open up, and they're going to fire on you. You have to. This is basically the opposing is your basic maneuvers.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and roll again, and they're going to roll to try and hit you. Okay, you got an 18.
Come on.
Okay, here we go. So here's
These guys have been rolling heat. Same 2 guys. each
22. Okay, so it beats your 18. Now
time.
here's
3d6 each time.
here's the next guy. 12. Okay, so they open fire. One completely misses. Now, what they're firing at you, they're not blasters. They're not energy weapons. These are actual cannons. These are like slug throwing,
Cannons?
like machine guns. Well, like 20 millimeter cannons. You know what I'm saying?
Still.
Yeah. So it basically now the armor of this, because this is a very sturdy, good thing. It's got a defense rating of 15. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. We're gonna do a roll for the damage. All right, here we go. 9, 3 ones. Okay, so there you go. Basically, it opens fire, and you guys you're in there arguing. It's like, but you have to tell me where you're going, and I'm saying the land. I'm not going to fall to that, and and then however Korak sounds, and you hear ping, 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 ping as those.
Wouldn't that be a fumble or a critical fail?
I don't think you can on damage. I don't.
No, you don't critical fail on damage.
Well, that's a shame because a lot of one.
Because that would otherwise that would have been a critical fail because it's over half. They rolled 1, so yeah, there you go.
But the question that Calcuto is asking Korax at the time, I believe, is so. What is this thing we're going after anyway?
You need me a hell of a lot more than I need you. You think that I owe you something just for this little bit of information that you
seems
have.
like it's valuable. That's all I'm saying. If it's valuable, I let you have it. I go away. But I want to let them wet my beak.
I don't think that what you have is that valuable to me. I think that you owe me for getting into it.
All right. Well, we'll see when you scour the earth for a lifetime.
Now back to the dogfight. Okay, so it's your turn.
I love it.
Now we're back to
you have to let them keep going back to that.
Yes, exactly. And that's exactly how it is. If this was a movie, it's like, you got the action scene, they're flying around, bing, 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 and then it just cuts to the cabin. He goes, you need me more than I need you. Okay, so it's your turn. So what are you going to do now?
Well, now he's going to sort of, because we're going cinematic here, I'm not going to try I don't know anything about piloting, so I'm going to talk with, ignoring physics, this is what I would do if I was making a movie.
Yes.
He's going to, again, sort of drop into sort of, slow down, but he's also going to pitch backwards and try and sort of create a stopping block for these things. So they have to kind of. So
you're going to slam on the brakes again.
Yeah.
So you're going to maneuver in front of it, so it's right behind you, so that when you hit the brakes, you just slam back into them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can totally do that. Okay. All right. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to do this. I need Calcuto and I need Korax. You guys are going to have to give me, let's see.
I put on the seatbelt.
Oh, see, now you say it. Still go ahead and give me an agility check.
Honestly, I was thinking about taking off the seatbelt to make a point. And letting you
just saved yourself, but all right, go ahead. Give me agility checks.
Agility.
Just straight up agility checks. Unless you got something else that's balance or some kind of stupid shit that'll keep you.
I've got acrobatics and
acrobatics totally works. You can use that.
All right.
The only thing I might have is stamina, but I don't really think
you could do strength, holding onto your seat so you don't pitch out and fall to the floor.
Yeah,
how's that one? How's that with my little stamina?
28, not a problem. So basically, you just wrap yourself all up into the seatbelt and stuff, and it's shaking around, and you're still just talking. And then another thing.
Right.
And I'm just getting more and more mad, so I'm hanging tighter and tighter onto my seat, and it's just keeping me in place.
And you're a cyborg too, so you're holding onto the armrest, and they're going as they bend underneath your grip. Because you're
Korax, they rolled a 28 and a 26.
Yes,
so they are more than same.
Korax is super strong. So okay.
Yes.
All right.
Fly however you need to fly. We'll be fine.
So go ahead. And give me your maneuver check there.
All right.
Alfred.
Alfie is gonna.
Well, first give me. This is your getting into position. Okay. All right. There you go. Uh-oh. Something went off.
Something.
Larry. Reddickcliffe. Larry, I got your first name right at least. Thanks for liking us, Larry. We appreciate it. Liking the stream. Okay, so you got a 17, My man got a 6.
Oh,
yeah.
finally.
Nice.
Yeah, he's totally you totally line it up good. Okay, make another check.
Oh, for the other guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, no, just for this one. Basically, what it is, you set up the maneuver, then you make the maneuver.
Okay.
Although now that I'm thinking of it, it sounds a lot less. Maybe just one roll would be sufficient for that.
Set up and make the maneuver at the same time.
Yeah.
Succeed or fail.
Okay, there you go. You got it. You put on the brakes. It just comes back. Bam! Smashes into it. Now, Calcuto and Corax, they're more prepared. They know what's going on. They're not questioning at all what's happening. They're too busy arguing. And there's like just smashing. There was like bullets hitting the damn thing, and they just, they weren't paying any attention to that. So, okay.
Small stuff.
We've got one more. He's going to try and maneuver to get in position. Oh, that's what it is. I understand why I was doing it before. I shouldn't have had you roll the second one. So, but it doesn't matter. Maneuver into position to fire, and then you have the fire. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. So this guy's going to attempt to maneuver in position to try and fire against you. He gets 25, baby.
Jeez.
That's gonna be hard to beat.
Yep. These guys are rolling really well.
Honestly.
Okay.
They've got nothing but pea shooters.
Here we go.
Barely
Oops, that didn't roll. I just opened up the die roller. Let's try that one more time. Oh,
Oh, shit.
Okay. So
He rolled a 24.
Yeah. So he
and
maneuvers.
the fellow before rolled a 25. That's
Yeah, he maneuvers into position. Okay, no problem. He makes the DC is only 10 at that point in time to shoot you. Then let's roll some damage. Here we go. Now remember, the defense rating is 15.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
19.
over.
But it's only
Over
over by
there.
2 points, so it's kind of superficial. So it's again ping, 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 and then like you guys are in there arguing, and then like a round comes through the cabin and goes between the two of you as you argue and sticks into the floor of the ship. Okay, all right, Alfred, it's your turn.
All right, he's gonna try it now that he's taken out. Did I hit the one guy, right? I did. Did I
There's
crash
2 of
into
them.
the...
Yeah, 2 of the 3 are gone. Because
Okay,
basically,
cool.
once you ram these things in any sense, they just disintegrate. They're gone.
So now that I've like fallen back and I'm almost alongside this guy, because I'm assuming his buddy there was like they were close enough together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and fall back into position alongside this guy and do a barrel roll
And just roll into him.
and just roll into
Okay. All right. Okay, so just go ahead. 27. Okay, he's going to attempt to.
27. Come on,
He's-
don't roll the.
He's going to attempt to
No more
maneuver
heat.
out of your way. Not even
Oh,
a chance.
yeah.
He gets a
Good
10.
luck.
You smash into
Nice.
him. Not a problem. Okay, you're able to shake off the tail that was coming after you. Not a problem.
And
Okay.
Alfred just comes over the intercom and says, "My apologies for the turbulence," and intercom closes on his end.
Okay, so an hour goes by. You're coming to the outskirts of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is now. Granted, you ran into one. The Sapien Confederation they do not have a bunch of flying machines, but they could have more. But you're in the heart of the Sapien Confederation. Pittsburgh, it's one of their bases. It's like Mad Max Thunderdome meets Beverly Hillbillies. So I mean,
Hey, Alfred, there's a place that's called
Maria. I'm sorry, Maria. I can read. I really can. Thank
been
you
a
for
long
liking
night.
the show. Right?
Try to find a place called the Rivers Steelworks. Do you know what I mean? There's a place down there with a name. Can you go by names rather than? Because, like I said,
Oh, is that you, Queen? Is it Maria? Did I say it is Maria? Right? How do you pronounce it? Type it phonetically for me, Queen. 'Cause I want to say your name correctly. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Now, here's
How would I know about this place?
That's what I was going to say. I mean, there's a chance. So there is. Let's take a look at the stats here.
Yeah, let's try to find something that sounds just like that.
You live.
/ do I have Google Maps?
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be basically. We're going to go. We're going to go with an intuition roll. You do have some programming and whatnot, but. Well, you know what? I take that back. Let's think about it, because one of Alfred's jobs is you fly people around to come to this planet. So it's actually, so yeah. So you're basically, this would be like, okay. So you have an intuition of basically tracking or all this different stuff. We're going to say a D6 on this. The difficulty is going to be a 15.
No, wait, so did you say 1d6?
No. 66.
Oh, 6. Okay.
66.
Yeah, you definitely did just say D6, and I was like,
did I?
oops.
My bad.
Yeah.
66.
66.
Mm-hmm.
Roll them.
Roll 'em.
You got it.
I forgot about
Nice.
the exploding. I gotta roll one more d6 there.
Oh, you totally got it though, man. You
Here's
blew it out of the
what's
water.
rolling.
Oh, look at that. You explode some more. Okay, so you got what? That's 35, 6, 7. So you got 42.
Got it on that roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what it is you actually do.
That was a stupid amount of dice.
You do actually know about this place. You've heard about it, and the reason that you've heard about it is because. And what did I say? It's 3 rivers, right?
No, that's what I said.
Okay, that place doesn't exist.
What?
I
So
have
that
it
place-
down. I have it down as something else, but I was going to go
so
with it.
do I.
Okay, so you are on purpose telling him the wrong place.
I'm
Okay.
trying to find the name.
Now,
of
but with that roll, am I picking up on anything he's trying to communicate to me?
Let's do this. Let's role play this out, shall we? What exactly do you tell him?
it's a place that sounds like might be like a river, steel works or iron works or something like that. Just give me a name, something like that, something. Right? Yeah, you can find something.
The only thing that pulls up that even has works in the name of any sorts is there's an old spaceship graveyard and space airplane graveyard
Oh, good.
outside of Pittsburgh called the Lantern Works.
No, not there.
Well,
That's the
Alfred just,
only place
pulls it
that
up and
has
is like, you mean
works.
this?
Yeah, so no, this is what goes. This is what happens. So he goes, it's some place like with works in it, and blah blah blah. And he turns on Siri, that on the dashboard, and Siri goes.
Wasn't that one?
Siri comes back. The only place with works in the name outside of Pittsburgh would be the Lantern Works spaceship graveyard. And
Well, you don't want us to go there.
Oh, can they hear? They hear?
yeah, that's what I was saying. So it just comes up. And for a fact, it's like with that roll, it's like you're like, what? This guy's talking about? Actually, the only place that has works in its name is that place, and you know of this place because you've actually, you guys would sneak in there and steal shit off of the spaceships. You would like go and see if you could. Yeah. So that's it. So okay, continue.
Back over the intercom. Yes. Well, whatever the reason was for you telling me that bullshit, I think I know where you're going. Would you
Look,
like to go to the Lantern Works?
Just drop us off at the old airport. That's what I want.
The Lantern Works, then.
Somewhere else would be good.
Yes, the Lantern Works.
Now here's the thing: you're already skirting this.
Yeah,
because
like,
it is.
I've gone into like a curve. Like I'm going around Pittsburgh now.
Yeah.
And I'm circling.
And you're skirting it, and you're going lower because they do have guns that can shoot you in the air down there.
Mhm.
So now, fortunately, the Lantern Works, you can just continue on that and swing around because it's on the outside of Pittsburgh. It's not like right next to it.
All right, but don't drop us off close.
What can you do to me? What can you do for me, Calcuto?
What can you do for me? God damn it! What is this thing we're looking for anyway?
You don't even know what we're looking for?
I don't care what we're looking for. That's never been the point of any of this.
So what's been the point?
Well, when you got like professional sports teams and you got like that one team that's never, ever, ever going to win a championship, but they make it to the playoffs, maybe round 1, round 2 every year, and all they can do is play spoiler for the rest. They're never going to win, but they can fuck up everybody else's day.
Wow, that makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Yeah, as a Browns fan, you don't know what I'm talking
Shut
about.
up!
Team that comes in last, so just so they can get a good draft placement.
Dylan, look at the whisper.
There's another one of you back there. What? Why shouldn't I just put you out of your misery?
Put me out of my misery, you. Don't you even try. You find a rat harder to kill than you think.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that you know what I'm capable of.
All I'm looking for is a little, recompense for the effort that I've already put into all this. It's valuable to you. That means it has to be valuable to me.
Yeah, but if you're not there, then I can take the value myself.
Yes, but I can still be that playoff team that's never going to win the championship. I can still beat the Browns.
I think I'm going to take out my blaster.
I'm going to draw my blaster too.
Okay. Hold on.
gonna
So we're going to roll an issue in a second. Hold on.
I'm not going to point it at her, though. I'm sorry, Dylan.
Uh-oh.
All right, there. Okay, I responded. Okay, so basically, hold on a second. We're going to roll some... gosh, you guys are going to make me draw something, too. All right, hold on.
We're doing a Mexican standoff in the back of a flying airplane. Yeah. I'm pointing at the pilot.
Correct. And I'm going to switch over here in a second. Tony...
I knew you tried to betray me.
How far off the ground are we?
Cyborgs have no soul.
Oh, you're still pretty high up there.
Oh,
yeah, I'm keeping you. I'm still circling.
You're thousands. Well, I don't know. You're probably like a good. Now that I think about it, maybe like 200 feet off the ground.
I pulled the trigger.
Okay, so there we go. We got that. So just hold on, because everybody's gonna have to roll a niche.
Oh, I need this one to work.
Yeah, okay, I got it, Dylan. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You fuckers.
So, let me go ahead and
Right.
let me do this. Let's get ourselves a little bit of a drawing going on here.
It's work out for either one of us, Grace.
I don't think so. I mean,
it's gonna work out fine.
These ended well.
It's gonna work out. Everything's worked out well. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, I don't think anyone survived the first part.
Part one, no, everybody died in the first.
Yeah. We just got raided by Gusumba's people.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? Hey,
Perfect.
We're
Perfect time to watch us all die.
We're coming into a Mexican standoff in a flying plane. She's pointing the blaster at me. I'm pointing at the pilot.
And the pilot's cooking something up, and I don't know.
with the GM and they won't let us know what it is.
Right. There's so much
You guys are
anticipation.
gonna love this. This is.
See, that's how you do a recap. God damn it!
Shut up. Okay. And we move this over a little bit.
This shit.
I forgot you're drawing something. We're getting ready to get to see.
Does it
Yeah.
count as a
Beautiful
TPK
art.
if my character died in the last session? I don't. Because I see Quinty and Matt say
Yes.
TPK time. I feel like.
Yes,
Is
very
it a
much
TPK
so.
if I already died last time?
No
Yeah,
one
man.
knows how this is going.
Okay, all right, I've got it ready. Let's go ahead and switch over to the map. Make sure that I got it.
Let's do this.
Oh God.
Okay,
Oh,
now let
no.
me. Now this is just the interior of the
Oh,
ship. Those circles.
I don't
Those
see
those.
I don't think we're there.
Oh, I didn't move you guys over. I just everybody at home can see. Hold on.
I was like, what circles? No.
Well, then I'm
There you
going
go.
to Twitch to watch it.
No, no, don't do that. That's cheating. Okay, so basically what we got here, you've got, this is the interior, the circles, oops, let me go back on there. The circles, these are basically, those are chairs, right? This is the cockpit up here. That's where Alfred's at. You guys are in the back here. This is, in the back here is storage and actually a small restroom. So go ahead and put your tokens on there.
Wait a minute. There is a
Oh.
bathroom on board this plane?
Yeah.
Because I had relieved myself before I left.
Well, good for you. You should do that anyway.
I figured it was too small a plane. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's okay. And I didn't bother to correct you on that because that sounds about right. Okay. There's the rat man himself, Calcuto. All right. Let's get it right there. And then, here, let me get a token for my main man. Let's see.
Oh.
I hope you have a really aristocratic looking robot.
No, but we're going to use this one.
Or even one with a bomber jacket. Nah, that's fine. That'll do.
And let me give it, see here. Put in Alfred.
Oh, give me the Batman 66, Alfred. Give me that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, see if you can move it. There, Dylan.
I guess I'll be over just like a little more.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
I like that spot. Ah!
So what? You were sitting in a chair. Put yourself in a chair. You guys have been arguing in seats.
I mean, I suppose that's true. That's
I thought that was the seat I was in.
not me. It was me. I was not in the seat. I am now in the seat.
I imagine a triangulation of weaponry.
Sorry, I gotta give Gertie some love. Right quick. So
Kit
she'll leave me
Kat.
alone.
Oh, the kitty makes an appearance.
You know I love you.
This is Twitch Gold.
Okay. Now she'll leave me alone for a half hour. So that's not the attention I wanted. Okay. All right. So you guys need to go ahead and roll me some initiatives.
And Anish is agility, correct?
Yes, it's your agility.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
What did you roll?
16.
Okay. So Corax, you got a 16.
That goddamn.
Yes!
Calcuto
Yes.
has a 13.
Can I re-roll that?
And no, you can't re-roll initiatives.
Can't re-roll initiative.
Nope.
No matter how many fate points I spend.
You are correct on this, sir.
All of them.
I'll spend 10.
Alfred is going to have. You're not a top of the line, so you're not like Corax or anything. So your agility is only 3d6.
My agility is only 3d6.
There you go.
Mine's 4d6 and I still fucked up.
Yes, very much so.
That's embarrassing. Just kidding.
I'm
Okay,
gonna die
so
This is bad.
I'm
is that
hoping so.
13 yours, Dylan? No, that's Calcuto's.
That's me.
Oh, do I need to roll
Yeah,
Anish too?
yeah, for
Okay,
Alfred.
what,
Yeah, because they're gonna try and kill you, dude.
What was
Oh, I
his?
thought Alfred-
3d6 across the board
Right.
unless I tell you otherwise. 21. There it is. Okay.
Rolled all right. Those 3d6 rolls somehow 3d. You know what it is? It's just me and Will are better than you guys.
Yes, that is correct. Very much so. Well done, sir. Well done.
I
That's
deserved
what it
it. I felt I deserved it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so basically they're arguing in the back Really, unfortunately, is there something that Alfred wants to do? We do have that information now that we were talking about. They're getting pretty heated in the back there.
Like, yeah, I mean, now that this has all gone to shit, he's going to try and bring this thing down as quickly as possible.
Okay, so you start. Okay.
Because I heard a gun go off, right? Did that happen already, or do I just
not
screaming
happen.
At each other?
This is all
Do I have any sort of visual on them in the back?
No, because you're inside the cockpit. There's actually a door between you and them, unless you want to leave it
no,
open.
Like monitor or anything. No. It's
closed. You've got visual
and locked probably.
You've got a visual
and locked.
You've got a visual in the cabin of them.
Oh, he does.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, there's one bit of information that Alfred does not have, though.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
He's bringing it down, though, for the time being, at the requested location.
Okay. At the Lantern Works?
That's correct.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, the Lantern Works.
The vaguely requested location.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got express consent
Not
to
really.
go there.
Mm-mm.
But
okay.
I think that's where they want to be.
Korax, it's your turn. Calcuto's little rat hand you can see it creeping towards his blaster. So.
Oh, so we don't have our blasters
No,
drawn yet?
no, you guys just kept talking when I was prepping, so.
Oh,
that's your
see.
intention.
So, yeah, I guess I'll just pull it.
I like the Mexican standoff angle.
Okay,
but...
so you've got your gun. You draw your gun. Are you going to do anything?
I mean, I suppose I could shoot it.
You
I'll wait a beat.
Okay, you wait a beat. Calcuto, it's your turn.
I draw my pistol and I fire it through the wall and try to kill the pilot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and
through the wall.
Give us a roll,
Well,
a combat roll.
He's in the cockpit.
That makes sense, yeah.
The difficulty of this. I got to bring up the difficulty chart. Hold on a second. So
I think you have to get through the wall before you can get through the blaster, right?
There we go.
To
Okay.
ahead.
So it's definitely not average. It's not moderate. It's not hard. It's not difficult. It's, I would say, very difficult.
We also have no idea where his head is.
Exactly. So the DCR that you're needing to get is 30. Okay.
30. You're a bastard.
Yeah, fate points. You spend 2 of them. Bring it down to 20.
Now here's the thing too. Let me look for the.
Depending on how many dice, that might actually work.
56.
It's definitely your best shot because re-rolling's never going to get you a fucking 30 unless you get real damn lucky.
Exactly.
What is
like I did earlier when I rolled a 40 something.
Okay, now the hardiness of this, let's see. It's not flimsy wood, it's not standard wood. This would be a standard metal door. So its defense rating is 18.
God damn it. Why you make this so hard for me?
Cuz. Okay, so now, are you spending fate points to bring that down from a 30 to a 20?
30 to a 20, but it's going to soak 18 of the damage.
Yeah, so you gotta really do a lot of damage when you shoot. You don't have a holdout blaster. Remember, you have a blaster, a regular blaster.
Oh, not the heavy blaster. Okay.
No, you guys don't have heavy blasters. You just have blasters. Because remember, you gave all your equipment up when you went to Blue Bolt.
Yeah.
And then all you guys kept those holdout blasters. And then when you were teleported to Earth, they supplied you with more equipment sort of thing. One of which was an actual blaster. So there you go. So what are you doing there, Calcuto? Nothing.
No. I mean, he's kind of committed to this action of drawing towards the pilot.
Okay.
I feel like that's what stopped her, from shooting me.
Yes, that makes sense because you were drawing your weapon but not pointing it at her. Okay.
Right.
All right, that's fine.
What would it take?
I think I already covered this.
No. For me to change my intention mid-draw and try to shoot her instead.
Okay, so the first thing that requires, because what you're doing is you have to roll your agility and you have to make a D10. If you do that, there's no difficulty modifier to it. If you fail, it increases the difficulty of the shot by 1 rank.
14.
Okay, so you make it, so there's no difficulty rank. You just swing the gun back at Korax. Now, you don't have to... the difficulty to shoot her now is still the same. It's just 10. It didn't go up to 15 because of that.
What if
Okay.
I wanted to sort of do a called shot?
Ah, yes, called shot. You're making me look up my rules. Cool. Okay,
And I know this is going to be tough. And shoot her in the hand that's holding the gun.
Ooh, okay, called shots. Attackers can make a called shot against a small target, such as a specific part of the target's body, or shooting a weapon out of a target's hand. Oh, how about that? It's even written in the rules. Add +1 difficulty rank to the for the target. 10.
So you gave me a 10 for
10 to
her,
15
so
centimeters long. +3 rank for a difficulty target of 10 to... I have it in centimeters.
You Americans, you write your rules in the conversion system. You don't even know.
I know, right? Well, that's because these rules are basically... This part here is lifted.
This is universal.
This is lifted from...
Okay.
From the Open D6. Okay, so it's smaller, so basically it's a +3 to your difficulty. So your difficulty is 10. So let's see, hold on. So basically we're looking at 25.
Okay. That's what I want to do, but I'm going to spend 2 fate points to bring that down to 15.
Okay, there you go. Cool.
Whoo!
Now you just gotta make up 15. Let's see this, man.
Of a blaster small arms, right?
Yeah.
This is what I have. Okay. Oh, okay. Take the 2 off of there, and then...
I do have a question about my acute senses shit. I'm
Sure.
sorry. Can I tell that, like with my acute vision, tell that he's changing his intention?
Oh, you can see it. You don't need acute anything to know that this rat bastard. And I do say that because that's what he is.
Well, right, but what about like reacting to it?
No. You already reacted. That's what the initiative was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've already done it. Basically, what's...
Okay. That's fine. I just was wondering about my vision. That's all it was.
Now, here's the question I have.
You should have taken it.
Is Ratmano shooting
Apparently
the
so.
gun or the hand?
Well, in fairness, the gun seems like a bigger target.
Okay, so you're going to shoot the gun.
Yeah, I would like to shoot the gun out of her hand. I'd like to shoot the hand, whatever. If there's a gun hand, I want to aim in the general area.
Okay, but just tell me which one you want to shoot, the gun or the hand.
Are you damaging me or the gun?
Exactly. Which one are you shooting, the gun or the hand?
The gun.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
I just... And I'm sorry, that goes against his own kind of... But he needs you.
He was very conflicted when he swung and aimed at you, whether or not he should just kill you. He's like, ah!
Because the thought process went from I'll shoot the pilot to I'll shoot her in the head to I'll shoot her in the hand.
Okay. Is 27 your roll?
27.
I think it was.
That was my roll for...
to hit.
Oh, no. That was a roll for changing his action.
Yeah, changing my action.
Oh.
Okay.
For
all right, come on. Roll away.
I'm
Shoot this thing, man.
17.
Oh, that is successful. You hit the gun. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Well, that should have been the damage.
Well,
Yeah,
you
see,
know,
I'm
no, you
very
got to roll
confused
your
right
shooting skill. That is the damage. We'll save
Yeah,
that.
that's what I thought. The 7.
You have to
The
roll
27 was my shooting skill, and then the 17 was the damage.
No,
I
no.
got
27 was the...
That was to
he
change
did. So
your
he
action?
did the. He did
Oh,
the
14,
agility.
14 was
Yeah.
to change your action. I got it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, yes,
Yeah.
you do shoot that.
Yeah.
You do shoot the gun. Okay. And let me just double check here.
less I have to roll, the better.
Okay. You hit it. Your gun's been hit. Whether or not it's been damaged to the point that it's not going to fire again, you'd have to really examine the gun there. Corax. Now, I do need you to give me a strength check.
Strength.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Not a
making
problem.
65.
You do not. He does not shoot the gun out of your hand, though. You keep a hold of it.
Okay.
Okay, so it hits it. You know, it like makes it move to the side, and then okay,
Right.
back to the top of the order. Alfred. Yes. There's
Now you
gunplay
hear
going
guns.
on in the back, and you can
Now
see
you
on the
heard-
monitor that looks into the cab. You can see that what's going. You know what I didn't do? How terrible of me! I'm so sorry. There we go. Okay. Should have had that going way before this. Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
So,
music.
they're fighting back there, man.
how close are we to the lantern works at this point?
You're basically there.
So, I'm continuing a landing, but I will reach over, hit the intercom, and be like, this really shouldn't be fighting on my plane. He's a little perturbed by that, but he's gonna keep he's just gonna keep landing the plane. He's not gonna get up and try and talk with these idiots.
Okay. Now, you can do a soft landing or a hard landing. If you do a soft landing, it'll take 2 rounds to land. If you do a hard landing, you do it in 1.
They're shooting in the back. He's gonna be a hard landing.
God damn
He
it.
just took damage from other people.
Corax, that bastard just shot your gun.
Well,
Now,
I'm gonna go ahead and aim it at him. Well, I am aiming at him, so I'm gonna shoot
All right.
and see if I hit him.
Well,
Are you just shooting in general, or are you going to...
are you going to look at your gun?
I mean, probably should look at my gun first, which would take an action, right?
Yeah, basically.
And then I can do
just-
it. All right,
It'll
I'll
take
take
an
a
action.
look at my gun. I
Okay,
should do
go
that
ahead and
first.
give me a reason check. Or if you have some other technology skill that would deduce
Please.
that.
Please.
You could actually you know what? You can actually roll your small weapons skill to see if you think it's all right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
Yeah, you think it'll still fire.
Ah.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna point it at him and take a shot, which I'd assume is now at a higher difficulty.
Yeah, now it's 1 higher difficulty rate, so 15. And you roll a 20, that's a hit. Okay, roll
Yeah,
your
and then-
damage.
What was the damage? Sorry.
Damage for, let's see here.
I think I can just roll it. I think I'm just being weird. Sorry, give me a second.
Blaster pistol is 3d6 plus 2.
The 10 is what I rolled. Can I re-roll damage using a fate point at all?
You sure can.
Okay, I'm gonna use a fate point. What?
I thought you couldn't.
For
Oh, you can't.
oh, you know what? No, you're right. You can't.
I can't.
Not for damage. No. You can
Okay.
re-roll for reducing your damage. Is what I was thinking. You're right.
Oh.
You can't do it to redo your damage.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh.
Now,
So 10 at Calcuto.
my combat toughness is a 10.
Okay, if your combat
But-
toughness is a 10, it's a wash.
And
I thought it.
and my defense rating is a 21. I don't know what that means.
That's for
That's for
hand-to-hand
melee.
combat and trying
It's-
to.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I thought. Okay, so it's the defense rating is 10.
Yep.
Which is why I was worried.
Okay, so good. It's a wash. You don't take any damage. You gonna do anything else, Corax?
I'm going to. I can move, right? So I'm gonna get up and try to get behind at least some cover.
You can get behind the chair.
Yeah,
Okay.
like step out and around.
Yeah. So you just go like,
Yeah,
okay.
pretty much.
Now
And
don't
then I'll just hold it. What?
don't forget, you can take multiple actions in the game.
Well, I suppose I could. Yeah, I forgot. Because until I fail, I can take multiple, right? Just at
Correct.
higher difficulties.
Yeah, it just increases the difficulty with each new action.
Okay. So now that I'll go ahead and shoot at him again.
Okay, now it's
Now
20.
it's at 20.
That's
Which I
20,
hit.
so that's a hit.
The damage on that is 13.
Okay,
Right.
so that's 3 points. So 3 points is going to... I'm pretty sure it'll just stun you. Yeah, you're stunned now, Calcuto.
Okay.
And what is that? Just negative ranking, right?
He now has lost 1d6 off everything he does.
Okay.
Okay. You gonna do anything else?
I'll shoot him again.
Nope. The rate of fire is only 2 in a round.
Fair
so-
enough.
Yeah.
Then no.
Okay.
Pull out my holdout blaster, right? I've got that still, don't I?
Yeah,
Drawing's
you
an
can pull it
action,
out.
though. So that'll increase your
Yeah.
ER.
I'll pull it out, but I won't shoot it.
Okay. All right. So Calcuto, it's your turn.
What do I know about my circumstances right now?
What do you mean?
How high up are we?
You don't know because you've been arguing and now you're getting into a fight with her. So, and you know that the ship was it started like it was taking like a down. You could tell that it was descending.
It felt like it was coming down, right?
Yeah, it felt like it was coming down.
Okay, that's good enough.
Good enough. You nearly just shot this gun out of my hand.
Calcuto is gonna try to bolt for the door.
All right.
He wants to jump out.
You can totally get to the door. That's not an issue. So then you're going to get to the door and essentially unlock it and then jump out.
Shrink.
Okay. So you get over to the lock. You get over to the door. Now this door is sealed, and it's one of those ones that it turns into a ramp, so then it falls down. So basically,
like an airplane door. That's how you explained it.
yeah. So
I
basically,
should be able to lift a big handle, and if I wasn't willing to be a person who was going to help people out the door, I shouldn't have sat in that seat. So
there you go. So basically, what all it is
easy.
It's basically you get over there. And basically just go ahead and give me a. It's not going to be. You don't need strength to do it, so it's just going to be an agility. So just go ahead and give me a straight agility roll.
Agility doesn't work well for me, but all right.
You're set. Well,
22.
Not a problem. You open it. It's open up. You still have movement left. You see that ground racing up towards you.
I do. With a little bit of contortionism, a little bit of sleight of hand.
Yeah, none of those help you from falling out of a plane.
I think he's gonna try to scurry under.
Well, I was going to say, I was going to hold on to the bottom of the door as I jump out.
Oh, so you're going to just hold on to the door as it swings out?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it looked like I went out with it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you can roll on contortionism if you want. Otherwise, it would be your acrobatics.
Or
And can I roll perception to see if they?
Yeah, when it comes to
Yeah.
basically, we'll see if you notice.
Uh,
Okay, that's not going to do it.
Hey, all those fate points you got sitting around, man. What are you holding
He
on
was in
to?
the last
He said it was for a rainy day?
Hold on to them like they're gold. Last episode, he's holding on to them.
I'm just spend a fate point to get rid of that one. So
Okay, so you're going to re-roll. So let me tell you the difficulty of this.
tell me the difficulty.
This is going to be a very difficult maneuver because you got wind shear and all this different stuff. So a very difficult maneuver is 30.
30.
30. Now I'll let you, because I didn't tell you. You just hurried up and rolled. Now, if you want to spend to lower that with this, as opposed to try and.
I would like that, yeah, if I
Okay.
can.
All right. Okay. So you can lower that down to 25.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay.
All right.
And then acrobatics.
Acrobatics, or you could also do contortionism. I'd let you do that.
And
too.
they're the same. They're the same.
Okay, it doesn't matter then.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Nearly a
8,
fumble.
12.
Nearly a fumble.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what happens is you go, ha! You open the door and you like just, ah! And you, ah! You fall out of the plane. You fall, ah! You fall out.
There's probably a tree that can break my fall.
Yeah, probably. Probably. All right, hold on a second.
Over
here.
a bushy one. A nice old oak.
Did I write up falling damage? I think I did.
I imagine it's a lot.
Yeah. First of all, we're going to roll this. I want you to roll me 10d10.
10.
Oh. I think we're finding out how far he's falling.
Oh, I'm falling.
Yep. So 44?
4,400 feet?
Okay, so basically you're falling from 40 feet.
Oh, fuck that. That's nothing. I can do that in real life.
Yeah, you're a rat. I've seen rats.
Yeah,
fall
because
off
he was
of
taking, because
everything.
basically at the end of your turn, at the beginning of the next turn, this it's gonna bam slam it to the ground. He's taking a hard landing. Okay, so here we go. Let's roll your damage. I think it did explode when I rolled it. No, it didn't. Okay, that's right. Gotta do them out of here. Okay, here we go. Here's your damage. 18. What's your
10, wasn't it? Oh no, would this be your
what's
melee
your combat toughness? What's your combat toughness?
Combat toughness is 10.
Okay, so you took 8 points,
8 points.
which is a wound.
Well, and he's
Okay.
already stunned,
And
isn't
already
he?
stunned, yes.
I'm stunned.
But, that doesn't really affect the wound part of it, but the minuses for the wound and the stun come together. So, wounded character is prone, which hell yeah, you're prone. You fucking swan dive to the ground, bam.
Yeah, but he's around now, so
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just lay here for a minute and feel better.
Yeah, wounded characters fall prone, can take no actions for the rest of the round. Character suffers a penalty of +1 negative difficulty rank to skill and attribute rolls until he heals. Character is wounded a second time, then basically it compounds. It goes to +2 on both of those, and then the third wound is where you get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm real close, but that's
'Kay.
fine.
You go, bam. Okay, so that's done. Start of the next round, Alfred. The plane goes boom, lands really hard. Corax, give me an acrobatics or an agility check.
Okay. Not strength again.
No, because you're high. Well, yeah, I'll let you do strength.
You son of a bitch!
Okay, you make it. You actually tumble to the floor, but you don't tumble to the floor to the point where it hurts you bad or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine I was already kind of crouching behind.
Exactly.
the seat. Yeah.
So boom, it falls. The plane is down. Okay, Alfred, what are you doing? You just landed, no problem.
I have a question about what I see in the area. Any sort of cavalry come to...
Not at this point in time.
Okay, so then he will stay where he is and just go over the intercom. Everyone okay back there?
Is the door is open, right?
Yeah, it's open.
I have a feeling I didn't notice that since it was probably like a few seconds from the cloud crash landing.
Yeah, exactly. But on the dashboard of the in the cockpit, there is a little red light going off, showing that the door is open. So.
I want to skedaddle out of the door.
Okay, so you get out of the door.
Yeah,
You're outside on the ground right now. Now let me paint the picture for you here. So essentially, first let me go ahead. We don't need this anymore. So let's go ahead, get back those smiling faces. There we go. Okay, so the plane, boom, crashes. Dirt flies, dust comes up all over the place. As that starts to settle, you're jumping out of the plane, Corax. Through as the dust starts to blow away on the wind and settle down itself, Alfred, you can see through the windshield of the cockpit basically the Lantern Works space junkyard. Okay. Now, there are great, big, massive hulks of spaceships. Now, they have freighters here and cruisers and really big spaceships that are just resting up in there. Okay. Now, there are the remnants of what had been at one time a very tall, 20-foot tall metal fence. Not like chain link, but like sheet metal, space metal. You know what I mean? But it's only in sections are left. A lot of it's fallen down. There's huge holes in sections that are completely just gone. People have scavenged it and taken the metal away for other purposes, but none of it's rusted because it's like that what do they call it? Stainless steel sort of like sheets. And you see that right there in front of you there.
Now that I'm outside, do I see Calcuto?
Give me a perception.
I can't be that close, can I?
You're not close. No, you're not. But don't
Can I
forget,
lower?
she's got those.
Yeah, can I lower the DC anyway?
Well, let's take a look at that. What is the DC going to be? So on the difficulty chart, definitely not easy, definitely not average, moderate. This will be a difficulty, so it's at 25. So if you want to lower it, that's what you're working with. The DC's 25. DRC.
Okay, I'll do a 25.
So you're going to spend 2.
Oh, that was
fail.
horrible.
You don't see him.
Yeah. Do not see him. I
'Cause
guess I'll turn.
He's still laying in this impact crater from where he fell out.
Oh, they hurt my body so bad.
Oh.
What it hurts me.
Dang it. Well, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to. I'm sorry, I'm having issues with this decision. I'm going to go ahead and go toward the stack, like the pod that I know where it's at.
Okay, so you're going to run into the spaceship graveyard is what you're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got you. I wish I could have the music. So you start running in. Now, the number that you have, okay, is essentially the spaceship's identification code number. All spaceships have these. It's like a serial number. And it's sort of like, Navy ships. They have their identification number on the outside. Same thing with all spaceships. They have this. Even pods. Now, it's a pod that you're looking for. The number that you're looking for is 8675309. Oh, God. What? It is a number.
How did you not sing it while you were saying it?
I totally did in my head.
Yeah.
8675309. Got it. I got the number. See? Yeah, sorry.
Here we go.
Okay, so you go running in there, and you're going to start basically running around looking for it. I mean, this place is really big.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What we're going to do
is
we're going to have you roll a perception check, and the perception check that you roll is for every 10 minutes. Because you're just getting in here, and you're running through, and you're looking. So go ahead and give me that first perception check as you go running in there, looking around. Okay.
So 17.
17. Okay, hold on one second. I need to roll something here. Okay, cool. All right, so this is what happens.
Right there in the front.
Luck is on your side. You come in. Hold on a second. Yeah. So basically,
there's a giant blinking sign.
Yeah. With an arrow pointing down.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Let me get. I'm gonna do something with the map here. Okay. Did I move you guys over? Yes. Okay.
I think so.
Down in the lower left corner. of the map, you're going to see lower left corner, there's going to be a empty space. And let me go ahead and set it up so everybody at home can see this. Okay, there we go. And now let me go back so I can get rid of that. Let's let you see a little bit more. So this is what you're seeing here. Okay. See how it's... Is that revealing it? It doesn't look like it is.
No. A little bit.
Okay. So you see the wreckage and the spaceship stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. What you see here, up on a pile, you see where that little green right here?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Now that's a big stack of junk, and it's on top. And so this out here is the hull of another spaceship. Okay, that's kind of like in the stack, and you see it up above, and you got to be... You come in, you're running, and you're like, you see a shuttle, and you stop, and you skin it. Can't be this easy. And then your cybernetic eyes go, and you see on the outside of the hull, 8675309, and you go, I got it.
There you go.
And what you got, that you got is Jenny's number.
There you go.
The number on the wall.
On the side of the shuttle. Okay.
For a good time. For a good time.
For a good time call. Okay. All right. So let's go. What's Alfred doing? Basically, you're sitting in the cockpit. You're looking at this stuff,
Great question.
and you just see Korax go running in front of the ship's windshield there and run straight into the Lantern Works spaceship graveyard.
And I jumped out a while ago, so you go and do whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, you got cracked ribs and shit right now, so you're getting up. It's just taking you a little bit.
Alfred would he's sort of scanning the horizon, not seeing cavalry. How does the ship look? Is it? He how landing, but could he get this thing back up in the air?
Go ahead and give me a piloting roll to see how well you landed it.
Okay, it's 5d6, right?
Yep.
Alfred's gonna leave us behind.
Not a problem. It's good. It was a difficult roll, so you got it at 20.
Okay, so sort of evaluating, making sure the door's still locked, and then he's gonna take this thing back up into the air.
Okay, so you.
Not knowing what's down here, he knows something's down here. He's gonna take it up, and he is going to. Because, from down here, he can get ambushed from above and from all sides. He knows he's in enemy territory, so he's going to get up in the air and circle.
Good for you. You go home.
Okay, now let's go back to Calcuto. Face first in the dirt. What are you doing, Calcuto?
I was hoping I was laying on my back so I could be, not talking into the mud. But what? I don't feel good.
No, you feel pretty bad. You fell out of a moving plane.
Yeah.
Fortunately for you, you were only 40 feet up in the air, and Ratman, what's the official way of saying it? Ratman? The Ratman are very durable, so you got that going for you.
Hard to kill.
Yes.
But not hard to wound. All right. I'll head towards the Lantern Works.
Okay, you go and start heading that direction. You did see the ship that you came in. It lifts off and it's going up into the air. Now, when Alfred lifts off and goes up into the air and starts flying around, where's Alfred going to go?
Oh fuck! Go away, man. Keep going
back.
back.
He's gonna circle this place for a while.
Okay, a message does come over your thing, and we can dispense with some of the subterfuge. You get a message from the Mechanized Union stating basically that we're inbound and hot.
And over the radio, he comes over and he goes, "It's about fucking time, man. I've been sitting here talking to you."
Is that his real voice? And he just puts it on?
Yeah, he's been putting on his Alfred voice because he's the butler in this whole situation. But he's working with these fucking mechanized union guys. This is like he's sort of a double agent, if you will.
Yes, that's exactly what he is.
Working both sides. I've been sitting down here on my ass in the middle of fucking sapient territory with a couple of fucking maniacs, and whatever they're looking for, it's important. I can tell you that much. This is fucking crazy.
I should have shot the pilot.
And basically, you just get a response back over. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. We've got this under control. Go ahead, take off. We will contact you again later.
Nah. Fucking don't get paid enough for this shit. He pulls up and he takes off. He's gonna get out of
So,
here.
Calcuto, when you got up and the ship left, I take it you're running into the Lantern Works?
Well, let's not use the word running.
Okay, so you're limping into the Lantern Works?
I'm taking my time. Definitely just, shit. Do I smell anything?
Oh yeah, you smell. Give me a roll.
Oh, I smell.
You
I need
smell.
I need to smell. What do I use to smell?
Don't you have the acute,
Your nose?
Yeah, don't you have the acute senses?
Yeah, I do, but what do I use to roll it?
Well, what's it under? Oh, it's just
It's not.
intuition.
Yeah.
Intuition.
That's it.
So, would that be a perception? Because my perception's a lot better than my intuition.
Yes,
I'd
if you
say
have perception, then
makes
definitely.
more sense.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna roll that. Oh, fuck me! God damn! What? Oh,
Oiks.
You rolled a 14.
Fate points.
but look at the quality of those dice.
2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2.
Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, a lot of twos. I think you should spend a fate point.
I'm gonna spend another fucking fate point.
Yeah, because
What am I saving them for?
you
It's
Right.
Yeah, you missed the DRC there. It was 15.
I didn't even ask.
Well, I'm letting you know. So there you go. Let's give me another roll here. 27.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, 6 sixes. You got it. Okay, yeah, you pick up the trail easy.
I'm not really looking for the trail. I'm wondering if I smell anything familiar.
Nope.
God damn it. That I need to take my time.
Okay, let's go ahead in here again. Do the go ahead and drop your token on here for me, Corax.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Like over here?
No, you're not.
Or am I, like, at the beginning?
Yeah, at the beginning. Yeah, you're not over there yet, so you're over here. I know that the squares on this are really fucked up, but this was a really cool map, and I wanted to use it. So, now this is sort of like a ramp here that goes up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep, and like, see right here? That's another ramp that leads inside this old spaceship. And if you were to come up like this way, you think you might be able to get around it to this heap of space trash in which it's sitting on.
Yes. I would appreciate not going into places and climbing over places would be the route I would go.
Okay, so you're gonna go this way?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your movement. I'm gonna start revealing some stuff. So you see all this.
Okay.
Okay, and you see this over here.
Lizards.
Yeah, and when you come around over there, these two lizards, they're big like that. They go.
So I say, "Oh fuck," and I pull my pistol out again.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an initiative. This is just two party right now. They got a 9. Oh, look at that! They beat you.
A bad freaking roll.
That is a very bad roll. Okay, So they see you and oh yeah, that one just like beelines right to you, super fast. This one is not quite as fast. It makes it to right about there, and it's going to attempt to bite you.
Oh, bite me.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, now this is where we do the melee stuff. Okay, so we're going to get into. We go up and we take a look at your defense rating. Your defense rating is a 10. It rolled a 9. It didn't bite you.
Did not bite me.
Nope, and that's all it does. It's just one action.
Okay. I'm assuming now, yeah. So I'll go ahead and shoot or point the blaster at it and shoot.
Okay. Now, excellent, not a problem. Bam, you're gonna hit it. Pretty much, you get a bonus because that was point blank range. So bam. Okay, so just roll me the damage.
A 9.
Okay, you hit it.
Damage.
It doesn't look like it really hurts it that much. Well, it hurts it, but it like just charged the back of it, and as soon as you hit it, it's like turning to like get away from it. Like,
okay.
Okay. This one, are you gonna take another action? You can take more actions. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to go up to that other one and just maybe kick it.
You can shoot that too if you want. You can just go bam, bam.
I guess, but I don't want
You're
to do
a
that one.
cold-blooded bounty hunter. Come on.
Fine.
You can kick
I'm
it if you want.
sorry.
I'm not telling you how to play your character.
All right, 24.
Okay, you shoot it. Same thing happens to that. So basically, these things are going to run off.
Okay. All right. So then I'm going to continue on my way
Okay.
and crawling up things if I can.
Yeah. You start making your way over towards the up here.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't. Yeah. I mean, I'll go all the way up there if I can.
Yeah, you totally can. You go
Don't know how
climbing up
much
there.
movement I have left.
Nah, we'll say you make it up there in that round, and you start investigating and looking to open the hatch at this point in time. Calcuto, go ahead and drop your token over here.
Back down where she was?
Yeah. At the outside.
I can come back down here somewhere.
There you go. Okay. Korax, you make your way over to this thing and you start monkeying around, and it's got a hatch out on the outside. You're able to monkey. You have to, like, the normal like control pad to like let it pop out doesn't work. So you got to like, there's like a plate that you pull off, and there's a manual crank that then you can get in to open it up. So you're in there, and this door is going, and it's coming down, but it's just really slow. Calcuto, now you're on the outside, and you hear this very faintly going, and you can see it up there. You can, like, right there, you can see there's Korax. She's up there next to this, escape pod that's sitting right up there.
She's not getting in.
No, she's
It's just slow.
She's manually doing something to make the door come down.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to take my time then. I don't want her to see me. I just want to sneak up quietly.
Okay, so you need to give me a stealth roll.
I
I'm going to
can
try and
give
hide
you-
from her. Now, I'm assuming that Korax, you're going to still try and be vigilant, although you're you're pretty excited, but you're going to still try and be vigilant. So go ahead and give me that stealth roll there, Calcuto. Is that 29? Okay, give me a perception. Give me a perception roll there, Korax.
Wasn't even a good roll.
Yeah, you're not going to see it.
Can I spend fate points?
Yeah, you can spend a fate point to re-roll it.
I'm
You already rolled, so.
Yeah, just doing one. Right, yeah. Just re-roll.
It's another 17. Okay, so that's 2 fails. All right, you don't see him. Okay,
Again, I dare you.
you're just like really stoked. You're like, oh, this is it. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to get there, and I'll deal with whatever happens after.
Okay. All right, Calcuto, just start moving your token up there.
How close could I get?
Well, you can still basically move your full move at 30. So I know this is really hard, but There are squares there. There you go. I think that's not up to scale, though. You can basically get right here. Okay?
I don't see where you're pinging.
I'll ping again. Yep, right
there. Doesn't seem like much.
Well,
But
you're stealthing. That's the thing. You don't get to move any extra when you're stealthing. Okay.
That's
Okay. With enough clankety, 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 clank, the door will be down and you'll be able to get inside at the end of this turn, Korax. Go ahead and move yourself again there, Calcuto. Which is basically you get like right here. Okay, now you're going to start moving through. This is like just a pile of junk and old spaceship parts and all kinds of different stuff. So
it's like home.
Yes, I know, but you need to make another stealth roll.
Yeah, I can make good in this kind of environment.
24. Okay, Korax. I need another perception roll from you. Okay. Nope.
I mean, I critically failed, so
You
can I spend
critically failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can spend a fate point to avoid the critical fail. Okay, you still...
Same
you
roll,
you
but
didn't,
no fail.
Yeah, you didn't critically fail, though, so this is good.
It's an improvement.
Yes.
What
Okay.
is happening?
Well done, Korax. All right, so the door is down on the escape pod. Are you gonna go in and start rummaging through?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I think I'm pretty hell-bent at this point.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception roll. Basically, this perception roll is because you don't have any specific skills for searching or anything, do you?
I've got investigation, but it's the
You
same.
can, okay, I was gonna say you could use that if it was higher than. Okay, just give me a roll.
16.
Okay, now here's the thing. You open it up. Now this is an escape pod. It's chock-a-block full of all kinds of little cubby holes, and I mean, a digital stack it's not big at all. You know what I mean? It's like a flash drive size. You know?
I'm sure she's familiar with this.
Yeah, and so you're like starting to just go around and you're searching through all the different compartments and what have you. You don't find it this round. Okay.
Okay.
Calcuto, you can go ahead and get yourself up closer now. You don't have
See, that is 12 inches, I swear to you.
Okay, now all I need you to do, there's going to be no perception roll for Korax unless you fuck up. So go ahead and give me the stealth roll.
Stealth roll! Do I have a difficulty I'm trying to get to, or just...
Yeah, your difficulty is basically 15. Well, let me double check. Is that difficult?
Holy shit!
32. Okay.
It don't fucking matter.
Okay. It was hard. It was 20, actually, and you got it. Okay, no worries.
Still,
All right.
it's what-
So you're on the outside of here. I'm going to move around. Korax is in the shuttle. You're just outside of the shuttle.
Okay. Back in the first episode, way back in those old days, I blew up a speeder bike.
Uh-huh.
Remember, I was able to cross-wire the battery with the fuel tank and boom, boom. Right? What are the chances I can blow this thing up?
Probably pretty slim. So what I'm going to have you do, only reason for that is because it's just an escape pod and it's already been wrecked. So
Yes.
just roll me 3d6. The difficulty on this here that you have to make is going to be 30. So you're going to have to get quite a few explosions out of this.
Oh.
Now keep in mind, this is fate pointable.
I can drop this to 20?
Yep, with fate points.
But it's still only 3d6.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, Will was rolling crazy heat on.
I mean,
I was
36,
rolling crazy heat earlier.
And you're doing really well rolling right now.
So go ahead.
I mean, you only have so many more rolls to affect those fate points.
yeah, no, I'm with you there. And I'm dropping them. I'm going to drop it 2 fate points, and I'm going to try to roll this.
Just hoping I'm putting enough bad juju on here.
What I'm really looking for is I'm looking through my sheet trying to justify it with something else that might get me better than 3d6.
Well, don't you have that skill that's basically called fucking shit up? What is it again?
I call it survival, but you know.
No. Hold on. Let me look on your sheet. You've got something that is for like tampering with stuff. Meddling with things.
Yeah, we had talked about metal. That's how I had used it before, was meddling with electronics. Can I use that? That gives me 5.
Oh, actually, no. What you're rolling here, this 3d6 is just for the condition of the shuttle if to allow you to even attempt to do it.
Oh.
This is just, we're rolling just fate in general here.
Oh, that doesn't work for me. I am a fate doesn't visit.
You dropped it down to 20, man. Just don't be a puss. Make the roll. Come on.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
And it's a fumble.
No.
There's definitely no.
Yeah, no.
I guess you can't fumble on it.
You can't fumble on this. This is just basically seeing the condition of the shuttle. No, you can't. There's no way to make this thing go bloom.
You almost had another choreo coin situation on your hands for.
Give me another
blowing us
perception.
all up.
Yeah, give me another perception there, Corex.
What is the DRC? Can I lower it at all?
Yes, and actually now it's just 10. Because
it's just 10?
Yeah, because it was higher, but process of elimination, it's going to get easier for you to find as you search.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna lower it just because I want to find it. Yeah.
You found it. So you open up this one compartment, there's a little black box in there. And you pull the black box out, and you open it up, and it's got like, sort of like how, it's got the foam in there that's cut out, and inside the foam is a digital stack. You have found it.
Yeah. I guess I am going to put it somewhere on my body, obviously, like hide it away somewhere. Just the stack, ideally. I don't think I care about the other. Do I recognize the other stuff that's in the box?
No, that's all that's in there.
Oh,
It's just that foam, and it's got to cut out. There's a digital
foam. I thought you said some. Yeah. Okay. I thought you said phone. And so I'm just gonna put it on my body, and then I'm going to listen to see if I can specifically hear Calcuto coming up. Just because I figure he might be headed this way.
Right. Okay. There we go. Give me the stealth opposed checks. Stealth roll versus the perception.
He's beating the crap out of me.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Can I re-roll?
Yeah, you can still spend a fate point to re-roll it.
I feel like I just have to at this point.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right.
You
So
only use one fate point on that roll. You roll it again.
why the hell not? Let's do
There you go.
it.
Spend your next fate point.
God,
You
it's
can't
a
change that.
massive
That is
fumble.
a
That's why you
critical
don't do
failure.
it.
Oh, hell yeah. So basically, you take it, you put it in one of your pockets, the little black case, and you're all like, all you hear is wind. And then you hear on the wind,
Really just Calcuto panting.
Calcuto's not here. He's like, well, the wind's not gonna lie to me. Basically, what I'm gonna say is because of that failure, you're so elated about the fact that you have it now. The next thing, and you just had pop into your head, is like, fuck, now I got to figure out how the hell I'm going to get off of this planet. So that immediately comes into your mind, so you're not even thinking of anything else. I take it you just step straight out?
Yeah, I think I have to. I think I have to not even take any sort of precaution and just step out.
You just step out. Now, basically, before any initial or anything else is going to happen, Calcuto, you have a surprise round on Corax. Because Corax has absolutely no clue that you're out there.
What does this do for me in terms of attack?
It gives you basically a free attack before Inish.
Yes, but it doesn't do anything to the damage, or it's not like
Nope.
an automatic critical. It's
You
not
get a
like-
free attack. That's like getting That's like getting a whole extra round of attacks on her before. So basically, you can just go,
I mean, yeah.
and
You
then
could.
and then it's okay. Now roll for a niche, and if you win a niche, you just keep going.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I don't even know if I can beat her that way.
Sure, she can get shot up. I mean, she's a tough
Theoretically.
cyborg, but I mean, come on, we've been playing this enough now to realize that you can get killed real easy with firearms in this game.
Yeah, but
Gotta roll good, man.
which is the thing I don't do.
I don't know. You've been
You know,
rolling.
for playing Calcuto, you're not being very Calcuto-like right now. I'm just gonna
I
throw
don't know.
that
He
out
seems.
there.
He seems like the type of person who might save his skin here and be more concerned about
Yeah.
staying alive than.
I mean, I'm
making
frankly surprised. I'm frankly surprised he went toward the graveyard.
Let's put it
it.
this
Yeah,
way:
me too.
Calcuto,
Yeah, just didn't hang out.
you can live high on the hog for the rest of your life with this thing, as far as everybody else is concerned.
Oh, see, you don't understand Calcuto at all, if that's what you're thinking.
I'm
I
thinking
mean-
Tony's really fucking delaying rolling some dice, is what I'm thinking. What are you gonna do, Calcuto?
I'm going to hide.
Oh my god. Okay. So you hide still. Okay, Korax, you come out. You just totally blew a round of surprise. I mean, you still get it until she finds you, but still.
I mean, can I just book it the fuck out?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna go do?
I don't see him. I have no clue he's in there.
Correct.
I am just going to run out.
Okay, run out where? This is the thing.
I mean,
You've got no place to go. Where are you going to go? You just going to go run outside of the graveyard so you could just stand there and go, okay, well, now where do I go? I would think technically probably what would happen at this point in time is you might stop and try and think, well, fuck, what do I do next?
well, yeah, I mean, I could potentially think about seeing if one of these is in good enough condition to try to get going
No,
again.
none of these.
No?
These ships are 1,000. Was it 300 or 500 years old?
300 is a good number.
Okay, yeah, these spaceships are all hundreds of years old, and they've all been picked clean. None of these are going anywhere.
Yeah.
So you guys,
I mean-
you guys didn't plan about this before you came to Earth.
No, we didn't. But I would still get down off of where I'm at. I would still get headed out of the graveyard, or at least where I am specifically.
Okay, so you're just walking off of the junk pile, basically, and you're
Yeah,
coming,
to
you're
try. I mean,
and you're coming down here for right now. So just go ahead.
because
and-
I still don't think Calcuto's in here with me. So
Right.
I mean,
So you move down there.
Yeah.
Calcuto, you gonna do anything?
I'd like to keep my stealth going.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Naturally stealthy, but I think maybe I'd like to sneak up right behind her if I can.
Okay, you. All right. Go ahead and roll stealth and
be
roll,
able to.
roll perception for me there, Korax.
I may as well not even.
You can still do it. Okay,
All
he's
right,
got
so
a
there's
36 on his stealth, and you got a
2.
20.
I'll do one more and 17.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and move Calcuto.
Oh, I wasn't even looking at the map. Where is she?
You can move to basically right there.
I moved her. Oh, I thought I was gonna get up right behind her.
Well, not if you're stealthing. You can only move your regular movement during your stealth.
All right.
That's all you're doing, Calcuta?
Well, I thought that was going to be a lot closer. Maybe I could try to pickpocket or something like that, but I can't do it from this distance.
No. Okay.
I mean, it was something that important. I would.
So
put it in a
basically, at Korax,
pocket.
as you're down there, okay, and you're like, you move there, and you're like, okay, well, maybe I could go to Pittsburgh. There is a humming, and up, because basically where you're at, there's like mounds and old spaceships all around you. You don't really have a good sight or view on like the horizon or anything like this, right? And up over the walls come floating these. They're like hover vehicles. They're like, have you ever seen those ones that they're like a big triangle and they got like the fans that are in the wings, and that's how they used to fly and stuff? They're similar to that, but they're bigger, and they have like a helicopter core to them where like there's a bunch of people. 4 of these things come up over a PA system. You hear Corax. Prosec Corax, please put your hands in the air and throw your weapon. Oh, wait, what? You hear another guy. Damn it, Charlie, shut up! Throw away your weapon and put your hands in the air.
Oh, great. I guess I'm going to maybe put my weapon down, but then I would assume there's like some sort of gates on the entrance to the graveyard, because
you're hell far away from any of that. You're in the center of the graveyard in a heap of junk.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put it down and I'll put my hands up.
Excellent. After you do that, they open fire on you.
God damn it.
So, I'm not going to make any rolls. Korak is made into Swiss cheese and falls to the ground, a heaping, hulking mess of smokingness. One of these flying machines comes flying over and then lands. And it lands here. Let's move it up a little bit. It's going to land right here. Okay? After it lands, the door slides open. And as the door slides open, out come a bunch of arties, the artificial robots. Hut, 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 hut. They all have huge, heavy blaster rifles with them. And 6 of these guys come out, and they're like swarming around, and they're setting up a perimeter. Then, out of the door comes this like Darth Vader looking fucker with, shiny black metal, red glowing eyes, and it walks over and stands next to Corax's smoking body. Behind him comes a man with crazy gray hair and a white lab coat. Yes, yeah, it's Dr. McCoy. And Dr. McCoy comes walking over to stand next to the black metal arty, next to the smoking corpse that is Corax. And then finally, the last person to come out of the ship is Calcuto?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Where the fuck has he been this whole time?
So Calcuto comes walking over, and all you see is... Okay. What's your role for your smell there, Calcuto?
I got no idea, but I'm naturally I got a
so it's just
ability.
It's a
I
perception.
think you said on perception, yeah.
Okay, so roll your perception. Roll me
I'll roll an 18. Oh fuck!
you're gonna fate point that. Roll it again.
Yeah, you are, because that's a
fail.
horrible roll. It is a fail too.
All right, 21. How's that?
Okay, that works. And Calcuto smells the air, and he points over into the trash, and you go ahead and call out to yourself.
Hey, I'm over here. You son of a bitch! You're trying to... Right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot. You're gonna have a conversation with yourself. Go ahead.
What?
Yeah.
You don't want to play Calcuto?
You got 2 Calcutos.
But I don't know how to play a beta and a prime because they both sound the same thing. But yeah, hey man, I'm over here. What took you so long? I figured you'd be here before now.
Now, does Calcuto want there to be 2 Calcutos?
whether he wanted there to be 2 Calcutos or not, the Calcuto Prime is the one that paid the doctor to let the beta live.
Yeah,
And
I understand
we
that.
both know that.
Yeah, I understand.
But
But
there was a purpose, at least in that much.
okay.
You know, so the beta kind of should owe me a little bit of a favor.
Yeah, does Calcuto want there to be 2 Calcutos? This is what I want to know.
No, Calcutos never wanted there to be 2 Calcutos.
Excellent. That's what I thought. And so what
Maybe
is
that we do a magic act or something.
And
We
so-
go out on the road.
when he says that, all the other mechs that are there turn and they light this area up.
That's not fair.
And then as the camera zooms in, we see Dr. McCoy sitting there, and he reaches down and he rummages through and he pulls out the black box that was on Korax. He goes, "Yes, I think we're about to do something very spectacular for all of Sector 1. Wouldn't you say, Marvin?" And that's
Like Darth Vader in this universe is named Marvin.
That's what the black Artie, the one that looks like Darth Vader, his name's Marvin. And Marvin
Oh my
goes,
God.
"Yes, I think it's time, finally, for all of the Arties to leave Earth in force."
Hell
And-
yeah,
and
I'm
it-
into that.
And it fades to black, and then the credits roll. Dun, dun, dun. And we have a conclusion to Return to Sector 1.
Thought he was coming to help me.
Fuck no, he wasn't coming to help you. That's
There
what
was
I'm
nothing to
saying.
mess.
I said there was only a 90% chance he'd try to screw me over.
There you go. That's exactly what it was. So,
Can't trust myself.
and now,
Yeah.
now the digital stack of the First Minister of Sector 1 is in the hands of Dr. McCoy, Marvin, and the Mechanoid Union.
And Calcuto.
And Calcuto.
We're somehow still Calcuto Beta, by the way. Fuck that guy.
Calcuto Beta doesn't think that he's Calcuto Beta. He's Calcuto. He's the one that stayed.
He's prime now.
There you go. And that's it. That is the final episode of Return to Sector 1. If you have not guessed, yes, there will be a third and final installment of Return. It won't be called Return to Sector 1.
I think
I'm not sure.
Escape from Sector 1.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
I think
Escape
Escape
from
from Sector 1 is... Because if you haven't noticed, there's definitely... I set up the theme as far as what's going to be happening in the third and final installment. But we're not going to go and play... Hold on a second. I need to...
And if we do a fourth installment, I'm thinking Conquest of Sector 1.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Got
A
a
sort
big
of coda
plan.
to the
Okay,
Sector
we
1.
need it. I got to get rid of
saga.
that music there. Because... But, before we leave, I got to hear... Yeah, I got to hear my synth. There we go. So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. If you didn't see the earlier episodes, all of them are on YouTube, or you could probably find them on Twitch, too. We still have a bunch of them on there. On YouTube, you can find them at Atomic Peanut Butter Group, and all of the Return to Sector 1s are up there. This was episode 8 or 7? 7 or 8, which is...
I think we did 8.
Yeah, I think so. It's episode 8. And this is the end of this chapter of the Sector 1 trilogy. So, thank you very much for watching. Now, next Wednesday, what's going to be happening on the channel, Tony?
Calcuto Beta survived.
No, that's not next week on the channel. Are you
No,
doing...
put it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You're right. One of our characters did survive this one.
Calcuto Beta. We didn't get any of his story. It's
Yeah.
not much different than the originals, but you know.
Yes, yes.
But next week, hey, we jump into Chapter 2 of the Vampire P5 Chronicle here. Chapter 2. We started with Chicago by Night, but this one's going to be a completely original chronicle, taking our characters and a newcomer, because Will's going to get to play this time around. Yay!
I'm going to play a vampire.
He does.
I've never played any World of Darkness ever. It's my first time.
And very different
That's exciting.
style of game. And
Yeah.
it's they say it's about personal and political horror. That's kind of how we're going to take it. And it's also a bit of an adventure game too. So that's how I like to see it. I hope you guys all tune in, even if you haven't seen Chapter 1, Chapter 2, you'll be able to pick up on. But if you haven't seen Chapter 1, you can find that also at Atomic Peanut Butter Group and at Uncle Tony on YouTube. I've got them.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And I'll be doing the intro. And by doing, I mean I haven't started. But I will have it done for next week.
I hope so.
Oh, I will. I work fast.
You do.
Send me a message,
And you work
Supposed to
good.
be like what, 10 seconds long?
Well, he sent me a message like, "Oh, we'll just do this and we'll replace some things." And I'm like, "Oh,
I've worked with you enough times now, Tony, to know that you have notes before we've even started. Don't
Yeah.
worry, I know you. I love you. It's great. It's fine. I wouldn't do it for you if I didn't want to.
Yes.
I know
Also-
the process.
Also, this Friday there is no Dragonlance. Adam's got his anniversary, and he wants to take
That's
care
a
of
good
his
reason
wife.
not to.
Yeah.
Boo.
Boo.
can't play D&D on his anniversary. What kind of a marriage is this?"
So there's that. And then, of course, we will be back next Tuesday for Greyhawk Adventures. And there will not be technical difficulties next week because most likely I'll be producing the show and not Adam if he has
Wow.
well,
Throwing
Shots fired.
ahead.
well, he's had some. There's some issues with his up. I don't know what it is. It's not OBS, but there's something going on that needs serious troubleshooting. And basically, what'll end up.
See what you mean. It's operator failure.
So yeah, and like I established earlier, Adam doesn't watch this, but no. Basically, what he's got to do is he's got to clear everything out and like reset it all and re-put in all the stuff, and then we have to test it. So either way, it'll either be running with Adam doing it, or I will. So one way or the other,
There you
it'll be
go.
done. So and
That's the important part.
yeah, exactly. So all of our shows are at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So far, until we get something else. I guess that's about it. So, hey, Tony, why
What?
don't you sign off, man?
Hey, I'm Uncle Tony, and I played Calcuto right to the end. I'm gonna miss
Calcuto turned you kind of a wimp at the end there. He kind of puttered out. I totally expected him just a light Korax up when he left.
I was never gonna win it. I know I was never gonna win that.
Dude, you would have totally won it. You know how many you could shoot, bam, bam. Especially you had a holdout blaster and the regular blaster would have been.
And I had a conversation with the GM over Discord, like, "Hey, maybe this guy could show up." And
And he did. He showed up exactly how I was intending him to. Because in Calcuto's mind, there could be only one. And that's what you
Yeah.
got.
but they could also form a unified front for a very short amount of time. Before that all fell apart.
Nah, because he already formed his unified front with Dr. McCoy.
I mean, yeah.
All right, Grace, go ahead and sign off there.
I'm gonna fix all this when I write the novel.
I'm Grace. I played Korax, and she petered out too. It was kind of anticlimactic, but it's fine. I had fun playing her.
Well, this
It
is
was a good story.
this is an end to set up the third and final chapter, basically. And Dylan.
Hey guys, I played, well, not tonight, but I played the Stranger, who went out in the most climactic fashion, and the way
Yes,
you
he
had to,
did.
really, because realistically, I mean, if the two of you guys with all the privileged information and him with no leverage made it there, he's the first one to go. So really, and I feel like that's probably what Calcuto was aiming for, anyways. But anyways, I'm off for a while now while you guys play Vampire. So we just signed a lease today. We will be in a new apartment by the time you get. So this is the last time you'll be seeing.
Congratulations.
We will be in a new apartment when I come back for our next adventure together. But in the meantime, you will be seeing an intro that I created during Vampire, and I'll be tuning in with you guys every once in a while. I have a gig this Friday. If you want to tune in, I'll be posting it in the Discord. So me and Tannis
Well,
are playing together, so you can actually.
I tuned into the last gig, and then you played some Taylor Swift on me. I'm just saying.
That was a request.
And it was well
No
done,
Taylor
sir.
Swift. And no Taylor Swift this time. It's we've got a beautiful set, some really good stuff. So tune in, and then next week we're thinking we might even stream a little bit on Twitch here prior to the Wednesday show, so that we can time it so I can sit down and watch it with you guys. So
Cool.
I'll be around, but probably doing some more music over the next little while. So stay tuned.
That's good.
All right,
That's good.
awesome.
All right. Well, with all that having been said, thank you again to everyone who tuned in and watched tonight so much, and we will catch you all next time. Peace out. Stay safe, and yada yada. 'Cause I forgot of anything else to say. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Healthy.